IneedARootCanal.com today. Don't delay. That's IneedARootCanal.com and take the pain away.
Suddenly, you're stuck with an unexpected car repair expense. And just like that, you don't have enough cash to pay your rent. Now what? Download the Solo Funds app. As part of the Solo community, other members loan you the cash you need at terms you select. No credit checks and no title loans you can never pay back. At Solo Funds, our members come through for one another. We're Solo. Join us at solofunds.com.
How do I, Dad? Here's something I do. I write a letter to my kids every month. Yep, I write a letter and send it to my own house. I'm pen pals with my own kids. I know it sounds silly, but they love it. I don't write anything crazy. Just tell them I love them, ask them questions, whatever. Normal stuff. But when it shows up in the mailbox, I'm super dad.
Write your kids letters or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
When seasonal allergies and clogged sinuses make you miserable, you want fast relief. But recently there's confusion about which cold and allergy products work and which ones don't. In fact, oral phenylephrine, a drug found in many oral decongestants in the cold and allergy aisle, is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's a drug-free solution called Navage that for many provides on-the-spot relief. Navage is the natural way to relieve congestion by sucking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuffy and miserable. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril. Trust drug-free Navage so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Extra cash? Coming right up. Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Radio.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, November 30th, 2023. Lots to get to today, from he lied to everyone to a village terrorized by a 7-foot yellow creature, and a celebrity shows up to his own high school reunion, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good. Yeah, all is well over here. Everything is good. We're hanging in there. We got a lot to get to today, of course, and hopefully you will join us with one of those dispatches. First-timers right to the front of the line as we start things off on the show today. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours, and we go to Houston, Texas. And in Houston, we got one of these meetings, you know, like a city council board of trustees type meeting where the public can come up and speak into the microphones.
Oh, my favorites.
Tends to get weird there, doesn't it? Tends to get a little bit strange. And of all the different things they were talking about on the agenda, after all, this was a 7-hour meeting.
Oh, God.
Went on for quite a while, and one mysterious young woman came up to the microphone. Her name is Lana Burkhart. She is 20 years old, and she wanted to talk about this whole thing about books, controversial books in school, and what it did to her, what happened in her life when she just saw one scholastic book. It changed everything for her. Let's listen in. Here she goes, up to the microphone.
Hello, my name is Lana, and being very involved in politics, the education system, is the topic that I'm most passionate about, and unfortunately, it's become our political battlefield.
Okay.
My story started when I was 11 and was introduced to a single kiss in a scholastic book.
All right, so she was 11 years old, and she looked at this scholastic book, and she saw a photograph of just one single kiss. That was enough to do it for her.
I didn't understand why I liked it. This was the start of my porn addiction journey. I was then very curious and began exploring, and it only got worse. I looked for other books that gave me pleasure, and it led to internet searches that I will never forget.
Okay, so she's saying this one photograph of a kiss in a book led to her, I think she was at, 11? She's searching for things that she will never live down. And
way to go, scholastics.
Right down the rabbit hole she went.
What happens to her this time of year with, I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus?
That'll do it, too. Yeah.
It's weird that she went down the porn route because I don't have a great look at her from this angle, but the first thing I thought of when I saw her was like, she's giving some Mia Khalifa vibes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I could see that.
How
I could
old
see
is
that
she?
here. She's now 18 years old, or 20 years old, rather. And she says that one photo sent her off on porn addiction route 1.
A decade-long porn addiction.
Yeah. For a while, she was addicted to this. For a while, a decade is what you were saying there.
Yep.
And so that's very, very strange to me. But if you were triggered by a photo of a kiss, it really could have been anything, right? It could have been anything at any time.
I mean, kisses happen all the time.
It could have been a Publix commercial, for God's sake, that set you on this spiral.
My gosh, God forbid anybody brush up against her at the grocery store.
Too much. Here she is.
I was addicted every night, and it was something I immediately regretted and eventually became depressed about. When I was 13 years old, I told my mom I wanted to die.
Jeez.
My battle with porn addiction ended 7 years ago, and I've never told this story to the public. I didn't even tell my mom until I was 18 years old. I'm only telling you this today because there are way too many stories which are much worse.
There's a little girl with her mother behind her, like, really hugging up on Mom. Don't let me see the photo, Mom.
No kissing.
Or maybe she wants to. I don't know. She's just really scared of something that's happening here.
I mean, I want to know what book she's talking about.
It was just a photo of a kiss, she said. That seems like not very much to send you off on this path. Let's see what else she says.
I don't want Conroe ISD students to repeat what I went through because they accidentally ran upon a scholastic book or another book that could lead them down this road, which drama is one of them.
What?
This isn't about banning books. This is about sexual obscenity. I wasn't exposed to this level of sexual material, but I was already captured by a single kiss. Getting rid of scholastic books and their book fairs will inevitably protect kids, but it's your decision.
All right, she says getting rid of all the scholastic books and the book fairs will protect kids because it won't watch porn. They won't go down that road.
I say just get rid of all books. If they can't read, they won't be able to type up boobs on Google Image and perhaps not lead the life that this girl had to lead.
Well, the ball is in her court right now. Sea Witch on YouTube says she works for Brave Books,
a far-right conservative bookseller that wants to replace Scholastic in public school book fairs.
Interesting.
Oh, wow.
So, maybe
do any of the Brave books have kissing in them? Probably not, right?
Probably not. No. If they're going the other way, they're like, these are the books that are safe for your kids. There's no kissing. There's none of that dirty stuff in it. It's all like above board. And you know why? Scholastic makes some money, man. If you can get that Scholastic money and work in there, why not? Seems like if she's vested like that, she should have mentioned that maybe. That should have been something that came up. But there she is, 20-year-old Lana Burkhart, telling her tale of falling down the rabbit hole. We learned late yesterday, actually, that Henry Kissinger is dead at 100 years old. Fatality. Were you guys familiar with the name Henry Kissinger before this?
Yeah.
Had you heard of him?
I was, and he's in my Deadpool.
Oh, well, was he really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. He was 100 years old. He was 100 years old.
Now Mama's in the lead.
Oh, really? You're number one right now?
Oh, yeah.
What do you stand to gain?
Everyone has to pay money. There's like a pool of money.
How much?
I forget how much because the person in charge
died. That would be weird.
That would be weird. I forget how many people are in it, but like everyone has to give a certain amount. Anyways, poor Henry. What happened?
Well, you know what? If you are in the number one spot in the Deadpool rather, and we're almost in December, that's looking pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking at the finish line here.
So long as everyone else's Deadpool members stay alive.
Does anyone
yes.
have Jimmy Carter?
I do.
Oh my God, she's ready to take the win home.
The golden egg.
Guys, it's just a matter of who's, up there or something.
I'm just saying it looks good. Your opportunities look quite good if that's where you're at in the playing field.
I'm actually familiar with Henry Kissinger. I remember the first time I saw Henry Kissinger's name in a book, and I thought of kissing, and then I went down a spiral of porn that just rivals any young teenager.
Right, yeah. This guy, 100
that
years
was
old.
Yesterday.
It was so great to see the headlines on this, the dueling headlines, because someone would be like this one. Henry Kissinger is dead at 100, shaped nation's Cold War history. This guy was a diplomat, and he was a very powerful man. He was a Secretary of State at one point in time. He advised 12 different presidents. How about that? 12 presidents. That's a good chunk of the presidents we've had in the history of this country.
In our lifetime.
He advised 12 presidents, more than a quarter of those who have held the office, from JFK to Biden and all the points in between. And is still like doing this into his late 90s and stuff. But the other headlines were like, what was Rolling Stone's headline on this?
War criminal.
Yeah,
I saw it was either Rolling Stone or it was another outlet that was like war criminal dead. And I'm like, what happened here? And then another person's like, well, he won the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah,
Those two things seem to be way different.
It was either like you revered him in some way, or you were like, this guy's the worst guy in the world. See, like, look up that Rolling Stone headline so we can get it word for word. But it was something like Henry Kissinger, noted war criminal, finally dead at 100, or something close to that. It was pretty brutal.
I see a couple. I see, first of all, now, because Rolling Stone did that, there are stories about the story. So Daily Mail has Rolling Stone dances on Kissinger's grave with brutal good riddance. Fox News, Rolling Stone blasted for branding late Henry Kissinger a war criminal. Then I have one Rolling Stone that says Henry Kissinger, war criminal, dead at 100. And then another, Henry Kissinger, war criminal, beloved by America's ruling class, finally dies.
Yeah, finally dies. That's a real shot at him right there. And for those of you who don't know why people would say that, why there are so many people that would have hated this guy, Henry Kissinger, it goes back to Vietnam and the Vietnam War. Just a very quick, hopefully not too boring, explain it like I'm 5. In front of me, you see there's a map of Vietnam when we were in the Vietnam War. And the war went on forever. For the 50s to the 70s, the Vietnam War was going on. And at some point, they found out that Cambodia, like a lot of the weapons going into Vietnam were coming across the border of Cambodia. So Kissinger and all the folks in the United States military decided to just start carpet bombing this whole border with Cambodia and Vietnam, even though we hadn't declared any kind of war on Cambodia. And so that's where people are getting the war criminal stuff and other things that he did throughout his history as a diplomat for the U.S. But love him or hate him, dude's dead at 100, and Sabrina gets a point on the celebrity death pool. to put her into first place.
Rest in peace, dog.
That's how it goes. All right, we're going to hear from you with your
Were you like elated
dispatches
to
today?
see the text?
I wasn't elated. I was just
It's a mixed emotion, right?
It is. And, but at 100 years old, that's a good amount of life.
Yeah.
He lived a long life. And then when I saw the name, I'm like, I'm pretty sure. And then double checked the list. And, here I am.
I mean, not to say that you were as happy as Rolling Stone seems to be, but...
I'm not dancing on his grave, but, should I win the debt pool, then it'll be a nice chunk of change.
I'll throw this out there, and this may sound harsh. This is just how I am, okay? If somebody is 100 years old and they die, I don't feel bad at all. No. I feel like you made it to 100, for God's sake. If you're 100 years old and you get hit by a train, and the train drags over your body and chews you up and spits you out, you still made it to 100. You don't have to feel that bad about it. It's like congratulations is the word of the day, really.
Exactly.
And everybody in the family knew this was coming. So it's not a shock when somebody who's 100 years old dies. I never feel bad if somebody's that old and they die. Of course, if it's your family member, you're going to miss them. But you know as well as I do, if you got a grandma that's 100 years old, you're ready for the moment when you get the call that grandma's dead.
And they've been ready for like 10 years.
Yeah, they are too, right. They're like, all right, see you later. They're on the way out.
Do you want to hear who else is on the list?
Who? Yeah, who else do you got on your list?
Jimmy, the first spot there.
Ringer.
And there's no, priority list here. It's just everybody. David Attenborough.
All right. Okay. Yeah, he's up there too.
Up there. Andy Taylor, Bob Barker, Burt Bacharach, Dick Van Dyke, Glynis Johns, Henry Kissinger, Al Jaffe, and Norman Lear.
Stacked list.
They all
there's a lot of oldos in that one.
You got Bob Barker.
I got Bob, and it was somebody else too, I believe.
Kissinger now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones on that list.
I'm feeling really morbid, and I feel like I shouldn't have shared that.
Did you look up really, really old people? Because I wouldn't even thought to include Henry Kissinger.
Oh, go online, and there's like a national Deadpool, and people that vote on it. And so,
yeah, it's a big thing. It's a big thing. A lot of people get involved in this. Okay, we're going to get to your dispatches as the show rolls on today on a lovely Thursday. Thanks for being with us. When we come back, we got to talk about this. I know there's some people who hate anything to do with the world of Bachelor or Golden Bachelor, the Old Man River Bachelor.
Buddy, he just got milkshake.
What's going on? What's going on with our friend Gary or Jerry or whatever his name is, the Kermit the Frog dude who is the Golden Bachelor? What's going on with this last-minute piece of information that we're getting about it?
We have a potential savage on our hands.
Unbelievable. What's happening is coming up next on the News Junkie.
We may have lost our blue check, but we're still here, doing
whatever it is you do on Twitter.
At Real Radio 1041 on Twitter is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The left shoulder is blocked due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike near Oakland Exchange. Traffic is backed up to Hancock Road. There's stop-and-go traffic on I-4 eastbound between US 27 and after State Road 429. You could expect delays on Jetport Drive due to an accident eastbound near Tradeport Drive. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by RockTheCountry.com.
Mark your calendar and tell your boss to shove it. Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, and some of their friends are going to get loud, going to get rowdy, and they're going to do it in your hometown. Tickets to Rock the Country are on sale now. Get them before they're gone at RockTheCountry.com.
This time of year, big box tool stores start to sell a whole bunch of not tools, from dancing Santas to plastic trees. At Northern Tool and Equipment, we'd rather sell you a 4-horsepower chainsaw fitted with a full chisel chain to cut down your own tree. And we have wood chippers come January, because mulch. We're cutting prices on power tools, automotive jacks and stands, and portable inverter generators this holiday season. Save in store or at northerntool.com.
The world's got you feeling glazed over. Sprinkle some love all around. Just climb your way up out of that hole, and you'll be the taste of the town. Grab the one thing that everyone's loving, and as it happens, they come by the dozen. Everybody loves a donut. Order a dozen from Dunkin'.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to goodrx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
Oh, I think we're lost again.
Wait, what does that sign over there say?
Caution, wildlife crossing?
No, next to it.
If you're 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of serious consequences from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60. Ouch, I didn't know that.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. RSV vaccines, including Pfizer's, are available. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
This is Michael David from Seattle. I'm 51 years old, and 6 months ago, I started taking Andro 400 to increase my testosterone. Since then, I've lost 35 pounds of fat, and my waist went from size 38 to size 32. I have more energy, and I look and feel 20 years younger. And now my wife tells me I have to take Andro 400.
Hi, this is Sherry. My husband started taking Andro 400 a few months ago, and wow, has he ever changed. He's no longer a couch potato, and he actually likes to go out and do things again. Best of all, he lost his gut, and is he looking good. All I have to say about that is...
Andro 400, the natural way to increase your testosterone. Guys, if you'd like to lose your belly fat, gain energy and muscle, and feel like you did years ago, try Andro 400, the safe, effective, and inexpensive way to boost your testosterone. Andro400.com.
Extra cash coming right up. Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing, the itchiness, and battle just to catch your breath. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, sinusitis, or nagging sinus congestion, there's a natural, easy-to-use solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. It's called Navage, and it uses powered suction to rinse your nasal passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily to help provide relief from seasonal allergies and sinus congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source, flushing out the allergens and pollen trapped in your nose. Navage also helps wash out airborne bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses quickly and painlessly so you can get back to breathing clearly again. Say goodbye to sinus suffering and hello to better breathing with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
How do I, Dad? Here's something I do. I write a letter to my kids every month. Yep, I write a letter and send it to my own house. I'm pen pals with my own kids. I know it sounds silly, but they love it. I don't write anything crazy. Just tell them I love them, ask them questions, whatever. Normal stuff. But when it shows up in the mailbox, I'm super dad.
Write your kids letters or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner or search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio.
filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
Gary, how could you do this to us? We trusted you. We put our hearts in your hands, and the Golden Bachelor
and so
has
perfectly
really let us
timed.
down. Yeah, right before the finale of the show, right? It just happens to be. This is when this information leaks its way out, and you learn Mr. Kermit the Frog voice himself, Gary Turner, is not maybe the man he's saying he is.
Damn it, Gary, Jerry.
The 72-year-old dude who I think really kind of captivated people. There was huge ratings for this, and I'm sure for the finale there'll be even bigger numbers. And everybody loved that this was a bunch of sweet people, old people, getting another shot at love. I am bracing myself for the person who doesn't get to go to the next level here with old Gary.
But will they be the Golden Bachelorette?
It could be. I would be surprised if they didn't do that, because it's right there. It's a gold mine for them.
I think they're already, based on what they would be doing for a normal season of The Bachelor, I think people are already trying to predict which of the contestants on Golden Bachelor would be the right fit for Golden Bachelorette.
Yeah, it might be the Goblin Lady, because if she doesn't make it all the way, a lot of people know her.
I think it's going to be the Fart Lady.
The Fart Lady, she was great, man. She provided some high-quality television moments, that lady did. If you haven't been following this, it's Gary Turner. He's 72. He was presented as, a retired restaurateur. He hasn't been on a date in, 50 years, and that's because his wife, Tony, died in 2017, and of course, he's just trying to look for one last shot at love. And they couldn't show enough of these women going, "You are such a great guy, such a great guy. You're such a great, Gary's such a great guy," over and over and over. But is he really? I don't know after reading this. I'm going to read some of this to you so you can know what's going on with the drama behind the scenes on The Golden Bachelor. The Hollywood Reporter says, but despite this vetting from the ABC network and the television show, obviously, the Hollywood Reporter has discovered several inconsistencies regarding both his work history and recent romantic entanglements that contradict the received narrative. Whether they never learned about these discrepancies or ignored them to sell a buffed-up, shinier storyline for greater impact, producers presented an incomplete and misleading image of Turner, which The Bachelor helped perpetuate in personal remarks. He's identified in chyrons throughout the show as a retired restaurateur, which is a fancy way to say he owns or owned a restaurant with all of its attendant fun and glamour. But according to his profile on LinkedIn, Gary last owned a restaurant in 1985 when he sold his Mr. Quick hamburger.
Quite the long retirement.
He retired early, I guess. He had a Mr. Quick hamburger drive-in franchise in Iowa where he'd worked his way up from high school. After that, they said he had various sales and management positions in the meat business. He was working in the meat business. They don't list an end date for his employment on LinkedIn. They said that does not match up with the idea pushed on the show that he retired at a young age of 55, which would have been in 2006. Never mentioned are his years of pickup post-retirement work, like installing hot tubs at Gannon Pools near Davenport, Iowa. And he worked at a maintenance man at the Vera French Mental Health Center, also in Davenport, verified by his colleagues who spoke highly of him.
Those are some good stories.
Yeah, he's got a little bit more of a work history than he was mentioning. It was in the latter capacity that he would come to know a woman, we'll call her Carolyn, with whom he would go on to have a nearly 3-year relationship. Wait,
he said that he didn't have a relationship after his wife died, I thought.
Is he lying to us? What is this? Beginning innocently enough, a month after his wife's death.
Whoa.
Right? A month after his wife dies, he's starting a relationship with this woman. He never mentioned her. Attractive and 14 years his junior, she was a staff accountant at the mental health center. They dated for 10 months, and they lived together for 1 year and 9 months. This account is drawn from interviews with Carolyn, who requested not to be named to protect her privacy, as well as friends she confided in at the time and text messages with Gary, among other documents. They said the fact that he started dating is not unexpected. He was single and a widower, after all, not cheating. But his amorous activities certainly didn't align with how he regularly yanked viewers' heartstrings with what he said on the show. Now, they also say, and this is kind of brutal.
Talking about the breakup?
that he ended up breaking up with her because she gained 10 pounds. And
I didn't know that. I didn't know he broke up with her. That I knew that he said she gained 10 pounds, so she couldn't come to his high school reunion.
Yeah, dude, come on.
Over 10 pounds.
What a dick.
Ooh, that's rough.
And he kicked her out too.
Yeah, and then he boots her out, and none of this is mentioned anywhere on the show. They knew it was too good to be true.
So I mean, this woman wanted to be anonymous. We're calling her Carolyn. Would we assume that she had enough evidence to back this up for them to go to press with this?
I would think so. The Hollywood Reporter is an outlet that I trust, that I think a lot of people trust, and it's a good news outlet. And they say that they've talked to her friends, and she got text messages. So this is not coming out of nowhere, you know? This is not like just, hey, hearing some whispers, some rumors out there. There looks like there's something to back it up.
Yeah, and then they probably got this information when this show first started. And needed to make sure and obviously get the perfect date to drop it, considering it's going to be the finale by the time you listen to this, probably the most viewed episode. They also said that when they were living together at the time, you know, she is kicked out because she has gained 10 pounds, can't go to the high school reunion. And then while she was packing, she falls down the stairs, ended up needing foot surgery, and even then, he wouldn't let her stay any longer.
Ooh.
So where are you supposed to
Yikes.
recover?
Gary, what's going on?
Listen, I get it, Gary. We've seen this ploy before, you know, fall down the stairs, then, you know, just to stay for a little bit longer and hopefully fall in love again.
Christopher.
Get out.
What if Gary just pulls the mask off? I don't know if they're going to be live for the finale at all, but what if he just pulled the mask off and he was like, yeah, maybe I'm not so nice.
Don't they do another episode, like, even after everything is announced?
I think they might. No, I think they kind of combine it now.
No, but they might now as a result of this. Like, we got to address the rumors.
If it's live tonight, it might be like, you know, Jesse Palmer getting all serious and like, hey, I know that there's been some things going on the internet, you know, going around, and it's kind of tough to talk about.
Yeah, you want to address this? And he'll be like,
But then Catherine comes out to address it too.
And
the ex-girlfriend.
Carolyn.
He's going to say, I punted that fatty down the stairs myself.
Oh, wow.
And just going to embrace chaos.
One way to put it.
Go full force.
I'm not letting her fat ass into my high school reunion.
What a monster this guy is. Gary, we loved you. We were roped into this whole thing. And the Golden Bachelor may not be quite as golden as he led on. Before we get to you and your dispatches, that, in fact, is how you join us on the show. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. We are learning more and more, and I know a lot of people want to know more about this, about what's going on with this mysterious respiratory illness that's affecting dogs across the country. They said it's similar to a kennel cough, which I've never had a dog that had kennel cough, but I think it's fairly common. And obviously it comes from when your dog boards with another dog that would have this. But it's worse than that. It's an upper respiratory infection that can last much longer and in some cases prove fatal. So people are on edge about this, and they're trying to figure out where is this coming from. Well, researchers at the University of New Hampshire have revealed they have identified the bacteria causing this canine disease. Dr. David Needle, Mr. Needle, or Dr. Needle, as it were, a veterinary pathologist who led the research, said it was a funky organism that is as yet unnamed and had not been observed before that's causing this in these dogs. His team found the bug by performing forensic tests on 70 dogs who developed the telltale symptoms over the last 2 years. Speaking to NBC News, he said this is new as a potential cause of the disease, but it's likely to be or to have evolved from a component of the dog microbiome. That's all the bacteria inside your dog's guts. And he said this one's a little smaller, and it's got some specific genetic characteristics, making it harder to detect. But soon this research will be published, and that's very important. Why? Why is that important as a dog owner? Because if they have the research published, then they can build a test, and they can test pets to see if they have this, give it a name, and make sure they know the correct way to treat it. It is a big issue for any pet owner out there, so just know that. All right, let's go to a couple of dispatches and see what's going on where you are. Hoof-Hearted is dispatching in about your Deadpool, Sabrina. Okay. Let's see what they said. Hello?
Hey, Sabrina.
What up?
Let's get back to this Deadpool. So, how does one acquire said people? Like, is there a draft? And if so, is Jimmy Carter very high on that draft?
He would be.
I am so intrigued by this.
The Deadpool. Is there a draft?
No, there's no draft. People can have the same names.
Oh, okay.
But it's just, you're trying to look for more, I guess, unique names within the 10 that you post.
So what you're saying is like Jimmy Carter would be an obvious one given his age and his condition. So maybe everybody has Jimmy Carter. But what you really would want to do is find the sleeper, the person who is not suspected of being in bad health.
Right.
And then if they're unlucky, well, a little side luck comes along with that, and that's a big way to bump yourself up in the league.
This is how we put it. We're not wishing for our people to die. We just hope that everyone else's people live longer.
Are you competing with the world?
No, I'm competing with actually, it's a listener of the show, Deadpool Deb. She dispatches every once in a while. She invited me to be a part of this group. I forget how many people are in it, but it's a good amount. And I've been doing it for like 4 or 5 years now.
Nice. It's a weird thing, but...
and I'm sick in the head.
Look, these people are going to die regardless. It won't matter either way. Let's go over to Bass Clef Rules with the dispatch real quick.
Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well. Man, I got to tell you, the YouTube Ministry of Truth is getting a little out of hand. You know how they like to add context to videos now, usually if someone's talking about COVID or 9/11 or some sort. Well, I was watching a video yesterday on, UFOs / UAPs.
As one does.
And it literally gave me context for the interdimensional UAP hypothesis. It's like, really? Do I need Wikipedia context on that?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we weren't allowed to use Wikipedia in school, so why are they allowed to use it as a context source? Seems a little ridiculous. Like, come on, we really need to fight the misinformation on the interdimensional UAP hypothesis?
Maybe they're just adding that because, like others, I have no idea what the interdimensional whatever you just said is, and so it gives a little definition next to it. Maybe it's just trying to help people understand. I don't know. Also, people crap on Wikipedia as a source. I think Wikipedia is a great resource, and is there are people who fight on there all the time to try to keep things as accurate as possible. And there's huge database of information there. I think it's a great resource. You don't think there's any issues with the old, what the hell were the encyclopedia sets that you used to get? There's no problems in there. It's the same damn thing. Okay, quick break. When we come back, we're going to hear from you. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now.
Problem with the traditional encyclopedia is if they got something wrong or if something kind of changed. The way we looked at something changed. We did some more research and figured out, that didn't really play out like everybody thought it did. You can't go back and change the encyclopedia without an addendum. And then, maybe we just got it wrong for the foreseeable future. With Wikipedia, you can just edit.
Right, in real time. In Wikipedia, a celebrity dies in that death pool. That thing is updated in 5 seconds after the news gets out there. And I think it's a good source, honestly. Is it an original source? No. But if you go to a Wikipedia page and you're doing a research project or maybe a project for school, you can learn about the topic and then look at the footnotes for the original documents, the source documents that you could use as an actual source. I think that's good. People crap on Wikipedia, but I think it's an awesome resource for not only us, but the whole world, damn it. Okay, when we come back, we'll also talk about a Grinch who is trying to steal Christmas, and this is just unacceptable behavior. What is happening? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is The Jim Colbert Show. Later today, The Jim Colbert Show will have your chance to win them before you can buy them tickets to the Rolling Stones coming June 2024 to Camping World Stadium. Tickets go on sale this Friday, December 1st at 10 a.m. The Jim Colbert Show. Today at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be reaching the mid-70s with passing clouds today. It's going to be feeling nice out there. Wake-up temperatures overnight in the 50s and 60s, and then we're warming to the 80s starting on Friday and continuing into the weekend ahead. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Have a great rest of your day.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains. Ride brighter to Miami's best beaches and resorts with Brightline's new train service to South Florida. Enjoy spacious seats, free Wi-Fi, and hourly departures from Orlando with stops in West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and more. Groups of 4 or more save 25%. Book now at GoBrightline.com.
Huge end-of-year savings going on right now down at Nation's Trucks. 2023 coming to an end. I know you are going to be looking around for some gifts for your loved ones, your family members. It's time to buy something for yourself. Time to upgrade that driving situation and start driving the truck that you deserve. And you do that at Nation's Trucks. No payments for 3 months and financing available for up to 96 months with approved credit on every truck in stock right now. I'm talking Ford, Chevy, Ram, GMC. Nation's Trucks has got them all and more. Lifted trucks, work trucks, diesels, and 4x4s. And you can check all those out at their website, nationstrucks.com. Check out their inventory or just go down and see those magnificent trucks in person. See them in Sanford, 1792, just 1 mile south of Lake Mary Boulevard. Let them know C-Lane from the News Junkie sent you.
Hey, Orlando. Want to be a part of the city's iconic nightlife scene? The Block is hiring. It's home to all your favorite spots. The Beachum, The Social, 64 North, Arrow, The Patio, Inside the Patio, The Corner, and Planet Pizza. We're hosting a job fair this Saturday, December 2nd from 2 to 8 p.m. No appointment necessary. Just show up with your photo ID and social security card. Bartenders, pizza makers, security, cleaners, all positions. This Saturday, December 2nd from 2 to 8 p.m. at 64 North Orange Avenue, downtown Orlando.
What key is tonight going to be played in? Well, that's entirely up to you and your spirit. Over here at Wild Turkey, we're opting for something that rings true and can reverberate for ages. A little 101. Wild Turkey 101 has been pleasing crowds for decades with its iconic rich flavor. Crafted with generations of know-how and the finest ingredients. Wild Turkey. Trust your spirit. Wild Turkey Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Copyright 2023 Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise, drink responsibly.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
I think we're lost again.
Wait, what does that sign over there say?
Caution wildlife crossing?
No, next to it.
If you are 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of serious consequences from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60. Ouch, I didn't know that.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. RSV vaccines, including Pfizer's, are available. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Your childcare fell through, and suddenly you need money for a babysitter. But how? With the Solo Funds app, that's how. Solo is a community where other members loan you the cash you need at terms you select. No credit checks, no title loans, no faceless banks. Get the loan you need from a person who wants to see you succeed. Join the Solo movement. Join us at solofunds.com.
Wednesday, the final GOP debate of the year is on News Nation, America's fastest-growing cable news network. SiriusXM's Megyn Kelly, News Nation's Elizabeth Vargas, and the Washington Free Beacon's Eliana Johnson moderate a live primetime event from the University of Alabama as the candidates make their case to America on the only network for all America, the News Nation Republican Primary Debate. Live Wednesday, 8 Eastern. To find News Nation on your TV, go to joinnn.com.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place.
Right now, all your Crafted to Crave favorites are only $3 for a 16-ounce and $4 for a 24-ounce. Gotta have a Wawa.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
Christmas. I'll explain in just a moment, but first, Joe Biden, come on, man. What is going on with this guy? You are like, he's a machine that just delivers clips, and clips that it's like, what are you thinking about right now? And I guess he was taking this tour of this big giant factory. I don't know what they make, but if you look at the video here in front of me, I'll describe it for everybody else. They make something big, okay? Of this factory, whatever they make is big tubes. I mean, the tubes are like 20 feet tall or something that they have inside this factory. And the president is walking along with these salt of the earth factory worker guys, and it's seemingly out of nowhere. Like nobody asked for this, but Joe Biden goes, yeah, I got a Marine over there, and he's got the nuclear codes. Oh. And
I just wanted to show off.
He was like, what?
I mean, that seems to be the trend as of late with all the presidents. It's like, by the way, I don't know if you knew this because you did learn it in history, is I got the nuke codes.
Do they not know, like, just being the president of the United States is pretty impressive? People are going to be impressed just
but
naturally.
Not as impressive as saying I could blow up the world.
It basically says, like, the Marine over there has a code to blow up the world, and he's got the nuke codes with him. Let's see if we can hear this. It's a little hard to hear, but
it's Nick. Hey, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
It's, Nick Buddy. Now look, my Marine carries that. It has a code to blow up the world. That doesn't. This is not nuclear weapons, is it? All right, okay.
All right, just on with their day. The guy had like a little satchel with him, and he goes, my Marine carries one of those, but it's got the nuclear codes to blow up the world.
You wouldn't say the same thing, Sean.
I wouldn't if I wanted things to be calm out there. I wouldn't want that kind of information spreading around necessarily.
I mean, but I kind of like those little tidbits. like Donald Trump could be like, got this button. I got this button, and then when I push the button, they bring me a Diet Coke. All I got to do is push the button, and a Diet Coke just appears out of nowhere.
You think you have the power to, like, do things like that as president? Like, could you, if you wanted, put any button in that does anything in the Oval Office?
I'm sure that there's there's some sort of engineering team that, like, I mean, by the way, the button is the least of the process there. That button could just turn on a light in the next room, and they're like, here you go, Mr. President.
Get out there.
But, like, with the other thing, like, if you have power to do crazy stuff like that, like, blowing up places or like, it seemed like a small part of the tour that we took of the hospital before we had the baby, but they're like, when you have your baby, we're going to put a little GPS tag on its leg.
Yeah.
Because they worry about people trying to steal babies. And they said, if you step over this giant thick red line with your baby, entire hospital locked down.
Wow,
Instant
really?
lockdown.
Wow. Because they tag the baby with something that sets it off?
Yeah. It's like an ankle monitor on the child.
A key fob.
Is stealing babies at the hospital actually a thing that we have to worry about still?
Oh, yeah.
Enough that that's one of the first things that happens is they have the little GPS tag, and the barriers are next to any, like, emergency exits, stairways, elevators, front door. And if you cross one of those, not just the delivery and labor area, the entire hospital locked down.
Holy cow.
Or you get home and realize the baby still has the tag, and it's like, damn it, I have to bring it back to Dillard's, put it over that thing.
I didn't even know they did that, actually. The Grinch is trying to steal Christmas.
No.
And this happened in Amarillo, and it was at Sleepy Hollow Elementary School.
The Grinch.
The Grinch, indeed. Sleepy Hollow Elementary School. Isn't Sleepy Hollow supposed to be scary?
There is, I feel like, a Halloween story based on that, but
yeah, it's a Headless Horseman, isn't it?
But it's still a town.
Yeah, but Sleepy
People live
Hollow
in.
Elementary in Amarillo, Texas. That sounds frightening. But this guy, and I want to preface this for all the younger folks listening to this show right now. This person is a liar and a terrible, terrible human being, and they've been misinformed. And I want you to know that ahead of time. Because this Grinch, person dressed up as a Grinch, David Grisham is his actual name. He has a sign, and this loser, this absolute abject loser, stands across from the elementary school in his Grinch costume with a sign that says, Santa is fake, Jesus is real.
Liar.
You go, first of all, you're wrong.
Also,
right?
this happens every single year.
I know, but what kind of person says that's what I'm going to put out into the world? That's what I want to do. I'm going to dress up as a Grinch and have a sign that says Santa is fake, Jesus is real. And who do you think you're winning over? And what do you think you're doing? You think like kids are going to think that Santa is fake, which Santa is not fake, kids. It's all good. But kids are going to think that, and they start crying, and you go, I got a victory there or something. I think people were confronting the guy. Some parents went over to him. There was a TikTok of this. Let me see if we can pick up anything from the actual video.
You shouldn't lie to children.
You said you shouldn't lie to children. Oh,
did he get punched?
Try to get a sign.
Knock it off.
Knock it off.
Oh, they're rumbling. He said, get away from my stuff.
Jerk off.
Oh, bitch. There you go. Take that. Dad fighting back. And why not? Because, God, what an absolute loser. I hate that people do this kind of stuff. Like, if you are religious, fine, do your thing. But if you want to be an absolute real-life Grinch and somebody knocks you down and rips your
the
sign.
whole movie. The whole point of the Grinch is that he even turns around and feels the Christmas spirit, and his heart grows and stuff.
But why brand your religion? And I'm going to take a wild guess and say this guy's like a Christian of some sort, right? Why brand your religion as the one that's going to come across like that? Like, why not be like,
oh, they love doing that stuff.
All kids are loved by Jesus, or like all. This is the worst branding and marketing. Any religion, and religion is suffering, at least in the Western world right now.
I don't think he's a Catholic because, Santa is based on St. Nicholas, who's real in the Catholic saint world.
I've never met a religious person in my life that's been like this. That's one of the things that kind of stuns me. Like, I know religious people. I know people who go to church every Sunday. I know people who are involved in their churches. And every single person I've ever met like that was not a person who's going to put a Grinch costume on and have a sign that says Santa's fake, Jesus is real.
Oh,
Again, kids, don't worry, it's a lie.
Probably have not met someone like that because people like that are very lonely and don't have a lot of friends in their life, I imagine.
I think it's somebody desperate for attention. They feel like they haven't made anything of themselves, and they decided to go and stir things up by dressing up as the Grinch and trying to spoil things for kids. And that kind of thing is just disgusting to me. A BDMX Con says, same type of person that would tell people Jesus or Muhammad isn't real, just a different baseline. This isn't about him being religious. He's an asshole. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, this is a person who instead of trying to further their religion in a good way, which is fine, I think people have the right to practice their religions. You want to further your religion in the right way, like a lot of religions do things like feeding the homeless or, doing something great for the community. Instead of doing that, you're like, I'm just going to pop balloons. That's what I'm going to do. And that, I think, is going to be a good look for him. And I'm going to videotape some of it too. Why not? Let's put that out there online. Anyways, that guy is a loser, and you are not. So we want to hear from you with your dispatches at thenewsjunkie.com. We got Bart versus Bill Gates. He's talking about Kermit Gary, the Golden Bachelor, who's now being, we're rethinking the way we feel about the Golden Bachelor. Is he a liar? Did he dump somebody because they gained 10 pounds and then they fell down the stairs and he wasn't really worried about that so much? Let's see what Bart versus Bill Gates says.
Hey, guys. Listen to you talk about good old Kermit the Frog, Gary. Pretty sure yesterday when Sabrina was talking about how he got the phone call from ABC to get the STD test. She had mentioned it was really quickly, and I don't think any of you guys noticed it, but she mentioned that he was with a former girlfriend when he got the call from ABC. And when you guys said that, I thought that was really odd. So this whole him being in a relationship for 3 years comes to no surprise now.
He said he was with a girlfriend, but just a friend.
Okay. Well, it's not the girl that fell down the stairs then. I don't imagine they're very close right now. Maybe they are, but I wouldn't think that would be the case.
And then all these, all this talk about how he was not with he's not with anybody after his wife had passed away. So this STD test for the first time was not too crazy. And then you're finding this out that, no, he's been with a bunch of other women and has gone this long without having an STD test. I don't know why I can't say that fast, but.
Hold on. Am I crazy here? Didn't he make a comment on the show to one of the women on The Golden Bachelor where he said something to the extent of, when is the last time? Or no, she said to him, when is the last time you had sex?
And he said it was a long time ago.
Yeah, he said it was a long time ago. And if his...
Actually, he said, with a person or...
Well, if his wife died in 2017, shortly after he starts dating this woman, surely they're having sex, and then that relationship goes on for 3 years, that would be 2020, which would mean at the very most it would have been 3 years. If he'd been in no other relationships with no other women, had sex with nobody else in that amount of time. I'm really starting to question this guy's stories. Here's the saltpeter. It says, dog problem solved.
I hear that you also have a dog problem. With a dog might get sick and die. We have a solution.
Oh, buddy.
We stop eating the dog, so now you can have the dog.
Please stop.
Oh, God. All right.
That's rough.
It's out there in the world for you now, saltpeter. We'll see what John the Exterminator has. I don't think we've done this one.
So let me get this right. You saw a picture of somebody kissing on a book?
Yeah.
That led to a porn addiction? My God, people need to stop being such bitches.
It's a gateway drug. That's what they say. Any photo like that of two people kissing, you're addicted to porn right away. Not me. He's not talking about me. He's talking about this young woman, 20 years old, who stood up at one of these like city council type hearings, and she told everybody she saw a photograph in a Scholastic book of two people kissing, and it led to a 10-year
Well, the kiss was just
porn
a
addiction.
sweet break from the ruthless rogering that was going on down below.
I'm sure, yeah. All right, we got one more. Let's do this one here. Let's do Synth Solution with the Dispatch.
Happy Friday Eve, junkies.
Hey.
I just want to tell the kids out there, Santa Claus is real, and so is the Krampus. So behave unless you want a meeting with somebody with a burlap sack and sticks.
Oh, Krampus brings me back to that Just Okay where we had Krampus show up. Oh, my God.
That was a good one.
What is it?
That was a
Impish,
scene.
Impish, or what's the other one?
What are you talking about?
Krampus.
Yeah.
That's what Krampus like judges you on if you're being impish. But I forget what the opposite was.
So Santa Claus is like the good guy. Krampus is the bad guy, right? Like, because Santa Claus is not going to like punish you so much, but Krampus, he'll come down on your ass if you're screwing things up.
Yeah, he's
so it's
the
a
Satan
valuable
of
tool.
Christmas.
Yeah, it's a valuable tool. You can't make Santa out to be the bad guy.
Impish or admirable?
Impish or admirable?
Yeah.
We're going to have to go with you on this, T-Lane, because I have no idea.
I haven't heard any of this before. I only know that we had a thing where a Krampus pulled a sleigh with people in it with meat hooks in his back.
Yeah, I was the one in the sleigh. It was great.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. That was a whole thing. All right, let's do one more. Here's Guitar Slinger.
Great. My imaginary mythological character is more real and better than your mythological imaginary character.
Basically.
This type of mentality is why you got Israel and Hamas at each other's throats.
Hamas?
Unbelievable.
Who pronounces it that way? Hamas is what I always heard, but it's each their own. All right, you can do Hamas if you want. All we know is Santa is real, folks, in your heart and your minds. And to our younger listeners, don't listen to all the Grinches out there. You know? Can't believe them anyhow. Okay, we want to hear from you. What do you have to say? What do you think you would do if you were a parent and you saw somebody dressed as the Grinch doing this in front of your elementary school? Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record your message right now. When we return, a 10-year-old steps up to the plate sometimes these young kids in stories like this can really send Sabrina a bit sideways. She doesn't know how to feel about them.
I mean, I take each story with a grain of salt, and then sometimes I open up the salt shaker and I pour it on my mouth because I hate them.
All right, let's keep an open mind,
have
though.
some nuance with this.
Let's keep an open mind here. Let's see what you think about this 10-year-old kid and what he's trying to do. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Real Radio Store is now open for business. Virtually. Find the official merchandise of your favorite radio station at realradio.fm/store.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. goldsmithjewelry.com.
Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you can expect delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Around the perimeter of I-4, traffic is up to speed on 429 and the Greenway. There's delays due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike southbound between Hancock Road and Oakland Exchange. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Right now, all your crafted to crave favorites are only $3 for a 16-ounce and $4 for a 24-ounce. Gotta have a Wawa.
Ready to unleash your music genius? Create your own songs in just a few swipes with a brand new Hype app. Whether it's hip-hop, rock, or electronic, the Hype app lets you effortlessly create and share your own music. Get creating. Then listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air. It could win you $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com. Hype, that's HYPH. Or on Instagram at XL1067. Watch out, Music World. Here you come.
If you're into sports, you have to check out Primrose Lanes for game days. Amazing food, great drinks, and even better viewing options. Eat, drink, and watch in style. Visit us at primroselanes.com.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassey's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassey's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wasseysmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
Are you experiencing tooth pain? Advanced Endodontics can help with state-of-the-art care, experienced and compassionate staff, and 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida. We make it easy to find the relief you need. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options so you can achieve the smile of your dreams. And the best part is, no referrals are needed. Schedule your appointment today at ineedarootcanal.com. That's ineedarootcanal.com.
Being a great dad doesn't require some fat wallet. I realized a simple stopwatch could make my kid's day better. I turned everything into a speed competition. Just time everything. How fast can they make their bed? How quickly can they fold 10 shirts? The weirder, the better. I want Tom who could hug me the longest. They'll be excited if you're excited. Trust me.
Pull out a stopwatch or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing, the itchiness, and battle just to catch your breath. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, sinusitis, or nagging sinus congestion, there's a natural, easy-to-use solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. It's called Navage, and it uses powered suction to rinse your nasal passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily to help provide relief from seasonal allergies and sinus congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source, flushing out the allergens and pollen trapped in your nose. Navage also helps wash out airborne bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses quickly and painlessly so you can get back to breathing clearly again. Say goodbye to sinus suffering and hello to better breathing with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
Extra cash? Coming right up. Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril to help suck out allergens, mucus, and germs. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Tackling sensitive subjects with unparalleled irreverence. You're listening.
By going to the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Over there, you can even join us with what we call a dispatch. And Sabrina, generally on the show, tends to not be a big fan of some of these young kids that land in the news.
Okay, when you say generally.
Yeah, I mean it.
There have been maybe a handful of times where I was just being honest. I was saying what everyone else was saying.
How'd you feel about the Cub Scout kid who got all of the Cub Scout patches?
I had no problem with him getting patches. Why did he have to make national news for it?
Well, I don't know. I don't know why they covered it, but
I mean,
there was a grand achievement for him.
Exactly. There was another kid who made national news, and we talked about it, who was living in an igloo outside of his house. We don't need a damn news crew for that.
Well, we got one for this, and it's not just any
Big
news
whoop.
crew. The BBC was the one who interviewed this 10-year-old kid, and he's upset about something. He's 10, but he wants some changes to happen in this world that he's going to grow into. His name is Teddy, and Teddy is upset about the glasses emoji that you might find on your cell phone.
Oh, no.
Okay.
All right. So far, I'm just testing the waters here.
I'm starting to get pissed off.
All right. All right. So he's upset about the glasses emoji. He does not like it. And he says Apple needs to get rid of it or change it dramatically. The glasses emoji is offensive and insulting, says this 10-year-old kid.
To whom?
To the British Broadcasting Channel. And a huge audience from there, including this. This was another news outlet that picked up on it. So let's listen into this little 10-year-old. He's real upset about that nerd emoji.
English schoolboy Teddy Cottle is a legend and an activist. He's launched a petition calling on Apple to make big changes to the nerd emoji. Oh, no. 10-year-old Teddy believes it's offensive and insulting. It gives the wrong impression of people who wear glasses. So he's come up with his own emoji, replacing the toothy grin.
Okay, His emoji sucks too. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah.
His emoji
those
replacement.
are like Harry Potter glasses on that thing.
Yeah. What he did was he took the emoji with glasses that you see on your phone and he ripped it in half.
Zoom into his teeth and tell me they're not the same exact ones.
They are very similar to the nerd. In fact, he's mad because he looks like the nerd emoji. Like he dead on looks like the actual nerd emoji.
Buddy, this isn't going to help you either. Okay.
No. Now you're in the news story holding up photos of it. And his version, not so good. What if I compare him? Hold on. If I go back here to show him, I want to see him side by side with the nerd emoji. Okay.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's like
he looks like
they based it on you, bud.
It looks exactly like
Did
him.
he pose for the nerd emoji?
And you're this stressed out at 10 years old. Imagine how much of a pain in the ass he's going to be at 20.
If he would have just shut up,
God,
he
I really
could
do
have
hate little kids.
cruised through life. Everybody in chat is doing the nerd emoji over there.
Does our nerd emoji have the teeth coming out like that?
I don't know. Mine
was just
does,
glasses.
This one does that he's showing. It has buck teeth, and then it has the glasses. And is it actually called nerd emoji, or is it like glasses emoji or something?
I mean, usually there's a handful of the terms that the consortium will assign to the emoji. So I typed in glasses to get to the one that I sent you.
Yeah.
Let me type in nerd. Nerd. Oh, yeah.
That's the one that comes up?
It still comes up.
All right. Yeah. So it comes up under either one of those. And that's what this little 10-year-old is so mad about. Oh, my God. Chad is absolutely burying this kid. He's just a kid, folks. They said that's a puny 10-year-old.
Not only me.
Says Bootsy Moonshine. Kolak says he's a little male Karen. And a bunch of people
I mean, ripping up the sign, like stomping on it.
Uh-huh.
What else makes you mad, bud? Why don't you go outside and touch some grass, you nerd?
This kid has zero riz, they're saying over there.
Got the stupid teeth, it's got a little grey, and it's got a nicer name, the Genius Emoji.
Yeah. The Genius Emoji.
Nerds rule the world. I didn't know that. I think.
One at a time.
It's
everybody.
really
One at a
cool.
time.
They make lots of money.
That's what a nerd would say.
You see, because I don't wear ties.
This little kid.
I'm the part of the panel in which I just open up and have a white T-shirt on with a vest. Like, that guy's probably a douche, too.
Oh, my God. This kid,
go. I'm ready
all
to
he had
fight.
to do was not do a news story about the nerd emoji. And it would have gone through puberty, and he would have grown into his teeth, and the rest of his body would have grown up.
Got some LASIK, maybe contacts.
Could have escaped this. He doesn't look like the nerd emoji at all. Now he's 15, 16. He's partying. He's starting to hang out with his friends. Gets ready, goes to college. He's being successful. He's getting laid.
But now think about the amount of ego this kid has. It brings me back to that damn yodel kid. Mm-hmm. Everyone thought he was so cute. And he was in the middle of Walmart doing a yodel. And then they decided to make it this viral news story. And he had the worst attitude of all time. He was so rude to his parents. He went on a damn cruise and started screaming at everybody saying, "It's my song. They're playing my song. Look at me." And what is he doing now? Probably drugs.
Went right to his head. And then all the rest goes downhill from there. Look at this guy. Look at this photo.
Just make the news. I don't understand. What, he post on Facebook or something?
Because here's the true secret of life. If you take anything and say, this is offensive, it needs to change, a news outlet will say, "Ooh, good. All right, let's do this." And you'll get interviewed and you'll be blasted around the world. This person thinks this thing is offensive, and they'll say they make up things too, right? So they won't just say a 10-year-old's mad about the nerd emoji. They go, "There's a movement underway, a global push to change the nerd emoji so that it's not offensive to nerds."
Use another emoji.
I don't think this is going to work for this little guy, but
he looks just like it. It's wild.
He really does. I'm going to put this up on See It Now over at thenewsjunkie.com when we get to the break, but we'll see if he has any success getting rid of that. I saw this and questioned whether it was real or not, but yeah, it is. There's a story out there, and I'll give you a little background first. There's a man named Mark Fisher who used to be a part of Black Lives Matter. And Mark Fisher didn't like the direction that Black Lives Matter
You can retire from Black Lives Matter? Is that changing your mind?
He's giving it a shot right now. And now he says not only is he away from Black Lives Matter, but he supports Trump. And he said, there's more people like him. Okay. He's a Trump supporter. And that's not why I bring this up. I bring it up because of Donald Trump's truth as a result of this, in response to this. Here's Donald Trump on truth.whatever. It says, spoke with Mark Fisher. That's the guy I was just describing. Spoke with Mark Fisher yesterday, a great guy. Very honored to have his and Black Lives Matter's support. I have done more for black people than any other president. In parentheses, Lincoln, ? And he says, including 10-year funding for historically black colleges and universities where they had none, opportunity zones, criminal justice reform, and much more. Thank you to Mark. My man put Lincoln ? In parentheses. He said, I've done more for black people than Lincoln, maybe? Lincoln, the guy who freed the slaves with the Emancipation Proclamation? I still think I've done more than that guy for black Americans. So he's thinking very highly of himself.
This is like a weird dystopian version of the Beatles saying they were bigger than Jesus.
They got in big trouble for that.
Oh, boy. He doesn't get in trouble for anything. He'll be fine, I think. Before we go over to you, actually, you know what? We need to work you into the show. I've been bad at this lately.
Apologize, Sean.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I
But the
just
worst
apologize.
part, Elaine, is that he teases it. He's like, we're going to play them right now. We're going to get right back to it. When we come back, we're going to play those things. And then he never does.
I'm unreservedly apologizing, and I promise to make your voice heard here on this great show. And
we got to go to commercial, actually.
No, we have just enough time for a couple, including this one. Here's Chris talking about porn addiction. Maybe Chris was addicted?
Yo, what's up, Sean? Junkies. Hey. Listen, I wanted to comment on this girl speaking at the, town council meeting or whatever that was. She says she's addicted to porn, was addicted to porn, but now she's not.
She says she was addicted to porn after seeing a photo of two people kissing in a Scholastic book, and that sent her on a 10-year porn addiction, which she's cured of now. Also, make sure we can hear your dispatch.
How does she know she wasn't going to go down that rabbit hole irregardlessly? Huh? And
irregardlessly.
That's a fun one.
To set her off.
Well, this is what I said. That's what I said when we were talking about this. When I played the clip of her saying, I saw a photo of two people kissing. I got addicted to porn. I went down all these rabbit holes. I said, if a photo, I don't even know if it was a photo or a drawing, for God's sake, of two people kissing sets you off down that path, you were going to be triggered by something at some point in time, because it didn't take much for you to start going down that rabbit hole.
I mean, do we want to look at things beyond the Scholastic's book? Like maybe there was some stuff that happened in your childhood?
I have no idea where this woman's from or what happened to her, so I'll not speculate on that. But I do know that she is vested, because apparently she's part of some company that goes against Scholastic. And you know what? I almost applaud that, because Scholastic sucks. All right, that's just a fact.
Oh, hot
nobody
take,
wants to say.
What a surprise.
No, Scholastic sucks. Scholastic utilizes child labor and utilizes parents, and the schools get money out of Scholastic, so all the families feel guilted into buying a whole bunch of books from them.
Wait, what's the child labor part?
The child labor is sometimes they make kids go out and try to sell more of them and door to door the damn thing. And this is one of these companies that is an absolute sham. So shame on you, Scholastic. If you would get it together, you have a great grift going on.
And there goes that endorsement opportunity.
They weren't knocking on the door anyhow. Here's Danger talking about buttons.
Okay, people, I've got the best buttons. My buttons are the best. My buttons will bring me a Diet Coke just like that. Now, Hillary's got the worst buttons, just the worst buttons.
Probably.
Her buttons bring her actual Coke. She's a dirty drug addict, people, okay?
One sounds better than the other to
me. 2024.
Is that your
Hail
Trump
Satan.
impression, man?
He lost it like in the middle. He lost what little bit of a Trump impression he was doing, and then he just turned
I thought
into
he lost
himself.
it before he hit record.
Yeah.
He might have. You don't think it was even close?
Okay, people, I've got the best buttons.
There it is. Now it's gone.
Bit.
Now it's
That's
gone.
after that, it went downhill and it completely fell apart. Okay, you are next to join us by going to thenewsjunkie.com or going to the News Junkie app.
We just ripped all these apart. No wonder why people get scared to send them.
Is that why nobody sent dispatches in? Come on, folks. We won't be mean to all of you. I promise. We'll be gentle moving forward. Send yours. Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. When we return. So much to get into, but we got to talk about this woman who is 80 years old and how somebody scammed her in a way that should have seemed so obvious out of $260,000. How did this happen? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
You can expect slowdowns on Florida's Turnpike southbound between Hancock Road and Oakland Exchange. Delays on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Congestion through the city on I-4 eastbound and westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Around the perimeter of I-4, traffic is up to speed on 429 and the Greenway. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we're giving you the green light to earn your nursing or healthcare degree from a national leader in nursing education. It's your move. Get going at one of our 22 campuses or online at rasmussen.edu.
Did you know that Mortgage Guy Don does a live radio show every Saturday? That's right. Each week on Saturday mornings, Don and his crew, they're answering your questions live on the air on the Home Loans Radio Show. And if you're busy on Saturday mornings, that's okay. You can listen to all the informative episodes right there on the website, thatmortgageguyDon.com, or, of course, wherever you download podcasts, just search the Home Loans Radio Show with That Mortgage Guy Don. Now, Don, he's pulling back the curtain on the mortgage business. He's explaining the real mortgage process to you because he wants you to know how it works. He has your best interest in mind. When it comes to shopping for a mortgage, it can be complicated, and there are some chances that you're leaving money on the table, so why not let an expert and your friend help you through the process? He made it very easy, and you can see that immediately when you go to the website, thatmortgageguyDon.com, chock full of information for you, and any question you have direct access to the expert himself. Plain and simple, no spam, no hassle, just peace of mind.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Hey Orlando, want to be a part of the city's iconic nightlife scene? The Block is hiring. It's home to all your favorite spots. The Beachum, The Social, 64 North, Arrow, The Patio, Inside the Patio, The Corner, and Planet Pizza. We're hosting a job fair this Saturday, December 2nd from 2 to 8 p.m. No appointment necessary. Just show up with your photo ID and social security card. Bartenders, pizza makers, security, cleaners, all positions. This Saturday, December 2nd from 2 to 8 p.m. at 64 North Orange Avenue, downtown Orlando.
My name's John Clay Wolf. I'm the CEO of GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer, and I love to buy cars. We just buy them all. Been doing it for 30 years. Look at the reviews online for Give Me the VIN. You'll be shocked how much our customers love us. This holiday season, we'd love to do business with you at GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer, where we love to buy cars.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we want to share special thank you messages this Veterans Day. And who better to hear them from than your friends and family?
Happy Veterans Day to my husband, Timothy Golden. We are so proud of you.
I'd like to shout out Brendan Barrett, who served as an infantryman in the U.S. Army.
Sending a happy Veterans Day shout out to my amazing husband, Shane Dixon.
And from all of us here, happy Veterans Day. Use hashtag Gratitude Mission to thank a veteran and honor their service. Your service inspires ours. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
If you're into sports, you have to check out Primrose Lanes for game days. Amazing food, great drinks, and even better viewing options. Eat, drink, and watch in style. Visit us at primroselanes.com.
What key is tonight going to be played in? Well, that's entirely up to you and your spirit. Over here at Wild Turkey, we're opting for something that rings true and can reverberate for ages. A little 101. Wild Turkey 101 has been pleasing crowds for decades with its iconic rich flavor. Crafted with generations of know-how and the finest ingredients. Wild Turkey. Trust your spirit. Wild Turkey Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Copyright 2023, Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise, drink responsibly.
Your childcare fell through. And suddenly you need money for a babysitter. But how? With the Solo Funds app, that's how. Solo is a community where other members loan you the cash you need at terms you select. No credit checks, no title loans, no faceless banks. Get the loan you need from a person who wants to see you succeed. Join the Solo movement. Join us at solofunds.com.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
Hi, I'm Daniel Tosh, host of a new podcast called Tosh Show, brought to you by iHeart Podcasts. I'll be interviewing people that I find interesting, so not celebrities, and certainly not comedians. We'll be covering topics like religion, travel, sports, gambling, but mostly it will be about being a working mother. If you're looking for a podcast that will educate and inspire, or one that will really make you think, this isn't the one for you. Listen to Tosh Show on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is
Yes, it's 100% free, and it's 100% waiting for you at thenewsjunkie.com. Subscribe on iHeartRadio, and when the podcast is posted every single day, bam, you are caught up with what's happening on the show. And you're going to want to do that as we roll into the end of the year. We'll have some fun shows over the holidays. I'm expecting some great participation from dispatchers as well. It's going to be a good time moving forward. We got the next episode coming up in just a bit. We'll tell you what's on that in a moment. But first, old people are very susceptible to being ripped off.
How dare you?
Easy to scam those oldos. And this woman is 80 years old. And the poor lady, because I do feel bad about her, Susan Eatman is her name. And
that's a fun last name.
Okay, it's Eatman, right?
I like to say Eatman.
Okay.
And Susan Eatman, said Mark Oliver approached her in April with a high-pressure sales tactic where he had a blank piece of paper which he begged her to sign. So this guy said, you got to sign this. It's a piece of paper. It's important. We need to do this. And she signs this piece of paper. And then she said it was blank other than her signature. And he wrote all the other information on there, which basically gave ownership of her home to this guy. And she lost $260,000 for doing this. The person who had her sign this was her neighbor. Her neighbor comes over and does this.
That's a good way to expand your property line there.
Yeah, I guess it is, because he used that piece of paper to claim ownership of her land. What kind of individual can walk around every day not feeling like they should off themselves after going to their old neighbor's house, scamming them out of their house, selling the old woman's house, and taking the profits of $260,000? Whoa. How do you live with yourself, Mark Oliver? They said Oliver operates a farm next to the 3.5-acre family property in Hillsborough County. And soon after the pestering, Eatman's home ownership changed.
Clearly it's Eatman.
Now the family are desperately trying to get the home back in their possession. They said, we were at a birthday dinner. He was very aggressive. He continues to say, just sign the paper. And the woman said, I'm not signing anything. I don't even know you. She said, I did sign it. It was a blank piece of paper. She said she did not know what was going on at the time. They said surveillance video shows Oliver inside an office as he filed the paperwork with the alleged falsified signature. The woman said she hadn't even seen Oliver before the encounter. Soon she realized she, quote, had done something stupid. And there was a quitclaim deed that removed her name from the real estate holding. He took over ownership of her property. You scumbag. Wow, the lowest of the low to take from old people. Honestly, if you can finesse somebody your age out of their monies, hey, there you go. You did your thing. You scammed somebody. Congrats. But if you are somebody who's preying on the elderly, people who grew up at a different time, people who are more trustworthy, because you know what? We're not anymore trustworthy. We're not trustworthy of each other. Younger generations, millennials, Gen X even, Gen Z, new folks, the alphas or whatever they are, not trustworthy of people. Why? Because we see so many stories like this, and we know that everybody is out there every day just trying to take a little bit more of your money away. They want you to part ways with that money, and they don't even lose an ounce of sleep at night if they steal your money and your property and everything else from you, and your 80-year-old ass is out on the sidewalk. Man, that is just ruthless behavior to do something like that. Okay, we are going to try to do this a little bit more. We'll work in some more dispatches here and see what you got going on in your world. I do want to remind you, the Nerd Emoji Kid, he is now up on the See It Now section of the News Junkie app. You could take a look at that and make your way over there. I just realized I put up the wrong photo. I put George Santos as the photo.
Oh, that's what the nerd kid's going to turn into if you don't talk to him now.
He may. George Santos is about to get booted out, man. And he says now, you know what George Santos' newest thing is?
He doesn't want a soundbite anymore.
No. He's saying everybody's bullying me. They're all bullying me. They're bullying me right out of office. I won an election. And sure, I told a fib or two.
I know there's a whole anti-bullying kind of thing going on right now. It's been going on for a while. Mm-hmm. But are there people that you should just be allowed to bully?
I mean, are we bullying him, or are we just stating the facts?
Calling him on his BS.
I mean, the man doesn't stop lying, but on top of it, the latest is that he used, campaign funds for OnlyFans?
I can't ever find the end of the rainbow for the George Santos story. So
why?
Yes, that
he's gay? No, wait, he's not. Allegedly?
Remember when they questioned that? No, he's gay. He's gay. He's in a relationship with a dude. And if not, it's his greatest lie because he's doing all of the gay things to get to tell that lie. In fact, I would argue that it wouldn't even be a lie at that point if he was going that far.
$20 is $20.
But George Santos is quite the character. He's been just delivered to us from on high, and we should enjoy every moment we get since they're going to get rid of him very soon. As far as should we bully people, I don't know. I think we're conflating two things. When I think of bullying in my head, I think of the bigger kid on the playground shoving around the little kid is telling him to give the lunch money for no reason, right? Little kid didn't do anything. I think that more so just calling people out. Calling people out is really good. That's a really good thing to do if they're actually wrong. Now, if you're the one that's wrong, that'll come out in the wash and you'll look stupid. But calling people out is absolutely a good thing for overall society. And you can even call people out on things that aren't like just lies and stuff, just being wrong on things, just having bad ideas, just all a number of different things.
That sounds like you do this often, Sean.
Well, of course. Part of my job is to call people out. I wouldn't be fine accepting my paycheck if I wasn't doing that, at least to a certain extent. So here I am. And here's George Santos for just a little while longer. Let's go over to you. Let's work in maybe one or two dispatches before we find out what's coming up on the next episode in just a moment here. Right now, we go to Tuck Frump. Let's see what he says.
Sabrina, I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but you really need to incorporate some different quips, my dude. Every time somebody mentions old people, we hear, ooh, or how dare you?
Yeah, that's the point, you dumbass.
It's not that noise that he made, though. You just make an old person sound.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Just like every time Sean says Japan, we play the noise.
Yeah, he doesn't understand.
Welcome to the show, my friend.
It's called a meme, sir.
No!
It's called an ongoing meme on the show. And the longer you do it, the funnier it gets. Then it gets to a point where
so much more. Remember how mad people would get when you'd be like a 45-year-old, and that would make the old person noise. And they're like, how dare Sabrina? That's not old at all. Ageist.
I have to tell you, people do get triggered by you doing the old person voice, and I don't get it.
Me either.
I don't think that that's one of the things. Like, certainly there are things that happen on the show where I'm like, that's going to trigger somebody, and I generally don't care. But with that one, I'm like,
people
that doesn't seem that bad.
At it, and then it makes you want to do it more.
All right, let's go over to Waterboys.
Hey, so ever since, I think it was, just okay 3, 4, something like that, that old C-Lane there and Shawnee had a nice erotic kiss there.
One of those words didn't belong.
The worst porn addiction of my life.
Oh, we did it to him.
It started way back, but that really set everything off. Then with this last just okay, seeing old Dirt McCoy there getting shot up the backside with some sparklers, made me a little curious about guys. So, yeah. That's it.
Hey, everything on the show and everything on the stage for Just Okay, if you go to our annual event, which is coming up in March of 2024, everything's going to set you down that path. Get you a little excited sexually, I think. One more. Mike is talking about Butt Boy.
Good afternoon.
Oh, Mike, you're too small, buddy.
Before the break,
I'm sure it's just like an overall great
I want to
review.
hear this so bad.
It's so tiny. I can make it happen. You want to hear it? All right.
Give it a couple seconds.
Okay, hang on.
Junkies. Before the break,
I really got a
you guys
rant.
did the best of show, and you talked about a fantastic movie, Sean, that you've seen.
Yeah.
Change your life. Butt Boy.
Sounds like it's on like a vinyl player.
Sounds good.
No.
So that night.
Okay, here I got to tell you, I have to warn both of you right now. Here's what's happening. I got this so jacked up with software and with equipment that if it corrects and his microphone starts working normally,
everyone's speakers.
We got to
will blow.
stop.
it's
We have
gonna
to dump
blow.
it. We probably have to dump it.
All right, let me turn this off. Okay, there we go. I think now we're back to regular.
I mean, if he had done that and he had just been so far away from his phone, he was just good afternoon news junkie, and I'm going to tell you about Butt Boy. And then, hey!
He just hurt himself. Are you okay?
I just hit myself in the face with the microphone.
Did you knock out a tooth?
No.
Oh my god.
Man, if I would have knocked out a tooth, I would just leave.
Oh, you would have to. We'd have to go right to the dentist.
Talk about being committed to the bit. He just ate the
Do
microphone.
they have milk in the green room over there?
So,
all right. When we come back to the next episode.
Aren't you supposed to put teeth in milk?
Does that work?
You really hurt
He's
yourself,
trying.
didn't you, bud? I'm sorry.
When we come back the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Beware, super pigs. Ted Nugent has a bat swine crazy solution to the apparent super pig invasion. We don't need no education, but apparently Roger Waters' son needs a job since his pops fired him. Plus, if you love money and risking diabetes, do I have an elf-related competition for you? All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
If Twitter is imploding, we're going along for the ride. Join us at Real Radio 1041 on Twitter, powered by Anajar Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be reaching the mid-70s with passing clouds today. It's going to be feeling nice out there. Wake up temperatures overnight in the 50s and 60s, and then we're warming to the 80s starting on Friday and continuing into the weekend ahead. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Have a great rest of your day.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Warehouse of Kissimmee.
Save up to 70% at Mattress Warehouse today and sleep better tonight, knowing you got the best possible price. So where would you look to find the perfect mattress? In a little mattress store or Mattress Warehouse? Visit mattresswarehouse.com.
Attention business owners, this is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the ERTC program, stop right now. Don't fall for false promises. The bottom line, there's no such thing as guaranteed eligibility. Being innovative with taxes can lead to an audit. All ERTC companies are not the same. The easiest way to know if a company is non-compliant is to ask one simple question. Is the CPA working on my file a W-2 employee of your company? If not, stop right now. Contact ERTC.com. IRS compliance is not an option. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there's no cost to get started.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliant certificates yield 5.25% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
Oh, I think we're lost again.
Wait, what does that sign over there say?
Caution, wildlife crossing?
No, next to it.
If you're a 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of serious consequences from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60. Ouch, I didn't know that.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. RSV vaccines, including Pfizer's, are available. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
HCA Florida Healthcare is here for everyone in your family at every stage of life, providing comprehensive, personalized care. Because healthier tomorrows are what we're all about. Learn more at hcafloridahealthcare.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart, it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. Now during our Cyber Week sale, the all-new Queen Sleep Number C2 smart bed is only $880, the lowest price ever. Plus free home delivery when you add base. Ends Monday. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
As a military dad, I'll admit my first deployment didn't go great for my kids. I wasn't ready. So every time I'm gone, I just focus on doing small things better. I schedule video calls during their dinner so we can still eat together. I read books they're reading so we can talk about them. I send them an email every day. It just takes a little effort. But it's worth it, guys.
Dads, duty matters in and out of uniform. So choose to be a father first today.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Preparing you
for the impending robot uprising.
This is the News Junk.
Things happening in the world in entertainment and beyond. And I can't believe we're running ads for dads now. What a world this is, huh?
Yeah.
Now, I've learned all I have to do.
Out of uniform.
I have to write Dylan one letter a month and then knocking it out of the park. I'm good to go.
Ever written Dylan a letter?
No. I don't think letter writing is really the thing
Sean
we do
writes
anymore.
Dylan tiny letters all the time in the form of text messages. That's their main form of communication.
That's true. It is our main form of communication. I text with him all the time. Text with him yesterday. Actually, text with him about 15 minutes ago or something.
I got to say that when I first heard that ad, I thought that this was going to be some like the moral of the story is he has to write his children a letter because he's in prison. And it was going to be some sort of like scared straight or don't break the law because someone's depending on you.
You know, just sit back for a second and understand that they don't have to do that for mothers, right? This is a glimpse at American culture. They don't have to do this from mothers. They have to go, mothers, make sure that you're being good to your kids and connecting with your children. No, they don't have to do that because we have a crisis of fathers.
There's no John Mayer song that's like, mothers, be good to your daughters.
Exactly. It's implied that the mothers are there because usually it's some loser dad who abandons the mother. Single-parent households follow. And then from there, it's generally downhill. From there, it's generally a disaster. And we've seen that so often. Whenever you see these videos of these young kids doing dumbass stuff, stealing Kias, driving around, hitting people on bicycles in Vegas, almost all the time, you'll trace that back to a household where there aren't parents who care, or where there's just one parent who's trying their best, but they can't keep up with anything. That's why we have to have ads for dads, right? That's why we need to go to that level, I guess. But I digress. Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
As long as we know each other.
Cut it, send it, done.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. If you're refinancing, buying your first dream home, perhaps you're looking at 2024 and you're saying, this is the year I'm going to do one of those things. Perhaps consolidate some debt. He's the man to help you out and get the process started today by going to ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote
with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. It was 20 years ago on this day, 2003, the corner of Bowery and 2nd Street in New York was renamed Joey Blank Place.
Joey Fatone Place. Oh, I know what it is.
Joey Buttafuoco Place.
No,
So
it's
close.
the Bowery. Is it Joey Ramone?
How you doing? Yes. Oh, you're right. You get the point, Sean. Joey Ramone Place.
I thought it was Matt LeBlanc for a second.
Dude, how you doing?
How you doing?
Have a little fun there, but
Joey
yeah.
Tribbiani Place.
This corner is on the north side of the block that housed the CBGB legendary club where the Ramones helped usher in punk rock to the United States of America.
Who knows what it means?
It means cool bar, great boobs.
I thought you didn't know it. Damn it. Wow.
What is it?
It's country, bluegrass, and blues, I think.
I'm going
Unless
to take your
screwing
word
that
for
up.
it.
Yeah, country, bluegrass, and blues. They're shut down now, I believe.
Yeah,
that was a famous venue.
It shut down October of 2006, and I am extremely surprised that they have not brought it back by this time.
Even just the brand, because people all over the country used to wear shirts that said CBGB, and it was like a punk thing.
Yeah, but there you have it. We'll wait until punk rock hits another corner in the future. Move over, Golden Gary, the liar bachelor, because just like that, we've got a new reality series in the works.
All
date, and it's all based on this show.
Sex
in the City.
That is correct. I'm Samantha. I bang everybody.
I always say Sex in the City. Sex and the City is the right one?
Sex and the City. But
Okay.
they were having sex in the city as well. And I believe some outside scenes. But Candace Bushnell, the author of the book that served as the basis for the hit HBO show, working with a production company on a dating series titled, Is There Still Sex in the City? Maybe.
Are they asking if there's sex in New York?
I guess so. The
There
show,
must be at least some.
One of the most populous cities in the country.
Hey, but check out this train that people are hopping on. The show is to follow 4 women in their 50s
Yeah.
as they escape to a country chateau to flirt with a series of suitors from all walks of life, per the series logline.
A suitor?
A suitor indeed, Christopher. They'll try the boy toys, sample a senior age player, be romanced by the rich guys, and even get to flirt with their fantasy man.
So this is MILF Island, Joe Millionaire, and Golden Bachelor all in one?
All mixed together.
Yeah.
The geriatrics are making a comeback.
You know what's kind of crazy about a setup like this, even like the Golden Bachelor? When you're dating somebody and you're like a teenager or in your early 20s or even in your 30s, when at 30s less so, but when you're like younger and you're dating somebody, when you start dating them, you get to know them. And there's only like a limited amount of dating life that they have to tell you about, that you have to share all the experiences you have. If you start dating somebody and you're 50, you have to tell them about 50 years of things that have gone on in your life, all the mistakes and stuff.
I can't even think about 10 years ago.
Oh, I forgot half of it.
In. But apparently this is still being shopped around. But the set is it's set to take place. There's still Sex in the City ? Next month. I'm not sure if they filmed anything at all, but the person who created the actual book is very involved. So looking forward to seeing that on. Well, let's place our bets. $5. What network will pick this up? I don't know if it's going to be prime time. I don't know if it's Lifetime. They don't have dating shows.
They don't?
No, I'm going to say Bravo. I'm going to go Bravo.
Okay, Bravo might do it. That's a good home for it.
Christopher, do you want to guess, or have I lost you guys?
I like Bravo.
All right.
And then What's-His-Nuts can host reunions.
Speaking of losing things, the son of this guy right here, one of the men.
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd is right. And Harry Waters, son of Roger Waters, does not have the job security that you think you would have with your dad. Was it mentioned in that commercial? Write your kid a letter, and also, if you employ them, don't fire them. Because he did the complete opposite. Harry has told Rolling Stone that despite playing keyboard and organ for his father for 14 years, he was let go when Roger began to work on the 2017 U.S. Plus Them tour.
Brutal.
But now he's defending his dad, saying, no big deal.
Was he saying, like, I did suck at my job, I should have been fired?
Well, he says he just wanted a change of blood. That's one way to put it. Something new, something fresh. He called it pretty miserable at the time. I'm not sure of his exact reasoning, but everyone except two people, the keyboardist John Caron and guitarist Dave Kilminster, Dave K, got fired, but the other guys that got the sack weren't his son. So,
wait, Kilmeister? Like
Lemmy? It says
Lemmy
Kilminster. Kilminster, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if Lemmy even had any kids.
He did not. He's also dead. He got fired, but the other guys that got the sack weren't his son, so that was very hurtful to me. But he's still on good terms with his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame father and defends Roger against the criticism he's received for his political views, along with accusations that he's anti-Semitic. So there you have it. He's still, I imagine, looking for a job somewhere.
His dad is politically, somehow he has managed to be both far left and far right at the same time. Like, you can't pin him down. It's just like crazy take after
Stretch
crazy
Armstrong.
He's like the political Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah, go gadget. Someone else looking for a job is a Catholic priest.
What job?
Who's in big trouble. Maybe not a job, but a new spot, because he was punished and removed from his priest post, after allowing Sabrina Carpenter to film a music video for her new song. Right there in the church.
Okay.
I mean, which begs the question, after I give you some more details, I thought that they have those spots. Like, people film in churches all the time for movies. Or is there just like Hollywood churches that have not been blessed by Jesus?
I'm more amazed that if you do something with a bunch of little kids, they'll shift you around to a whole bunch of different churches and move you around the country. But if you let somebody film a video inside the church, bam, they'll drop the hammer on your ass.
Out of here. It was for this Feather. It's a new song by Sabrina Carpenter. I can't listen to her because I'm upset she has the same name as me. I was hoping that I was going to get famous for just going by Sabrina. But
I've heard this.
Church in Williamsburg. She was dancing on the altar after celebrating the murders of a few sleazy men. And apparently, Catholic Church, not too fond of that, or how it was portrayed. On November 2nd, the Catholic news agency, Hot on the Wire, reported that the church's Bishop Robert Brennan was appalled at what was filmed at his church, adding that its pastor, Monsignor Jamie Gigliantiello, had allegedly infringed on a policy by allowing the video shoot to proceed without a review of its scenes and script. Now, Bishop Brennan then reportedly celebrated a massive reparation to restore the sanctity of this church and repair the harm, perhaps some sanitizer wipes over the altar there. That was caused by the Feather music video, and then they said his administrative duties, the Monsignor who allowed this, are no more, and he's got to find a new spot.
Ooh, take that.
Big trouble, big trouble, and big loss for this company right here. Bum, bum, bum.
Disney.
Big headline, Disney sucks for them. They haven't had a $1 billion movie this year, you guys.
Losers.
Sad. They haven't had a $1 billion movie this year. It's the first time that's happened since 2014, not counting the pandemic years of 2020 and 2021. So they had the Marvels, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, live-action remake of The Little Mermaid, even Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
That was pretty good.
I loved it, but it didn't do well enough to give them $1 billion for the entire year.
That one got the closest, I think. Everybody thinks that Disney's movies are failing right now because like they got political or woke or something. But that's like maybe a tiny portion of it. I think they're making movies that aren't as good. They're oversaturating things. And here's the most important thing that people don't recognize. During the pandemic, they released Disney Plus, okay? And people pay a lot. Families pay a lot of money to have Disney Plus. And guess what they got used to?
What?
The movie goes out in the theaters, and either at the same time it goes on Disney Plus, or like really quickly it goes on Disney Plus. So what's every family going to do? When the Disney movie comes out into the movie theater, are they going to pay even more than they're paying for Disney Plus and buy tickets for the whole family? No, they're going to wait like a month or two, and then they're going to watch it when it comes out on Disney Plus because they're already spending that money.
Honestly, it's kind of up to the kids. Or they're going to do both because their kids are so annoying and screaming to get taken to the movie theaters to watch this new movie that they have no other choice but to spend all that money. But
yeah,
either way, let's see what Disney brings in 2024. I'll tell you what this guy's bringing almost immediately if he has his way. And that's not him. No. It rhymes with Fred Nugent.
Ted Nugent.
Ted Nugent is right, and he has revealed his solution to a situation involving super pigs. This is new to me. Maybe we can pull up a Google image of a super pig.
Of a super pig?
But they're invading the United States of America from Canada. And now he said, this is all you got to do. Everyone has the option to stop this invasion. Just start killing hogs from a helicopter using a machine gun.
Hell yeah, brother.
That's a very Ted Nugent sounding solution to that problem.
Goodbye, super pigs. He went on
They're kind of cute.
I'm sorry?
They're kind of cute.
Super
pigs.
Those are huge.
Yeah, they're big.
I don't want to ride one now.
It's got to be maybe at least waist high. That's how tall these things are.
I bet they're really sweet.
And I know they're not. They're mean sons of bitches. But these things are pretty cute to look at.
So he went on to Fox News to say it's the best way to deal with the issue, that donating the meat to homeless shelters meant it would be Christian work to follow his plan. So get on a chopper, use your machine gun, take down super pigs, donate meat to homeless, and go to heaven.
10-4.
Now, I'm your pork chop daddy, and that's a direct quote. I know how to handle an invasion of pigs. He says, you need to kill them and grill them. It's pretty simple. If a porker gets within 50 yards of me, it's dinner on the huff.
Mm-hmm.
God, that quote is insane. I've killed pigs in Hawaii with a knife, he continues. I hunt them with dogs and bows and arrows and machetes and 10 millimeters and rifles. Machine guns from helicopters, Jesse. You haven't lived till you hunted with Uncle Ted from a helicopter with a machine gun and killed the pigs. So get out there on your chopper and kill some pigs, everybody.
That's that's when you think about hunting, that's so lame to go up in a chopper with a.
I think bow and arrows is cool, but
that's hardcore. That's badass. Even if you just have like a rifle or something, you go track down one of these super pigs. But shooting with an assault rifle out of a chopper, that's pussy hunting.
It is, but
and not
also,
the good kind.
In my, I will just leave it at that.
All right.
On the boob tube, we got football, baby.
Yeah.
Also, the first season finale of The Golden Bachelor. Selena plus Chef home for the holidays on the Food Network. We also have the fourth season finale of The Kardashians. A series premiere of Bookie on Max, and you can catch Sarah Silverman on Kimmel. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we return, a woman says you should not be able to do this. Just End of story. Flat out, you should not be able to do this when you're 18 years old. What is it? We're going to get into that. Plus, the most awkward clip from this press conference where Elon Musk was throwing out F-bombs and shouting out the Disney CEO. Or X.com CEO, whatever he is. Well, he's not the CEO, actually. The Yolanda lady is the CEO of the company. He's the owner of X now. And he was throwing out F-bombs at this thing and talking about Disney and, Bob Iger, F you. But that wasn't the most cringe moment of the interview with Elon Musk.
Well, I'm excited.
I have it right here. I have the most cringe moment, and that's coming up next on the news, Chunky.
Real radio. 104.1.
Authorities are clearing up an accident on Chickasaw Trail northbound and southbound at State Road 408. Expect delays. There's slowdowns on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Congestion through the city eastbound and westbound on I-4 between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by RockTheCountry.com.
Mark your calendar and tell your boss to shove it. Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, and some of their friends are going to get loud, going to get rowdy, and they're going to do it in your hometown. Tickets to Rock the Country are on sale now. Get them before they're gone at RockTheCountry.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Hey, creators, it's your chance to be heard. Always dreamed of making your own song? Now you can with just a few swipes on the Hive app, where you can effortlessly create music, share it with friends, and join a community of real musicians. Listen to Johnny's House on XL 106.7 for a chance to hear your Hive song air on the radio. The best Hive wins $5,000. Download the Hive app at XL1067.com. That's HYPH. Or follow XL1067 on Insta.
From the creator of Up and Vanished comes a new true crime weekly podcast series. In each episode of Talking to Death, join Payne, Lindsay, and guests as they discuss all things crime, life, mystery, and fun.
Are aliens real?
Based on everything I've learned, I think that the government knows something. I don't know if aliens are real, but I think there's something out there that they know.
Listen to Talking to Death on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Odds are you won't die.
Well, I'm selling my car, and I went to a place claiming they were auto buy. But thanks to the Terminator and auto buy, I received the max.
Visit WePayTheMax.com and schedule your appointment today. You'll be back.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Guys, are you tired of being tired? Frustrated because it seems impossible to lose belly fat? If you're looking for a solution, then listen to Mark.
I had fantastic results with the Andro 400 Max. Probably lost 35 pounds, and more impressive than that was the inches I lost off of my belly and my waist. And the increased energy is fantastic. I'll be totally honest, I tried a different product, and I wasn't happy with the different product. You guys are considerably cheaper than the other brand, and I can really feel the difference.
Andro 400 Max, the extra strength, all natural testosterone booster. The safe, easy, and affordable way to gain energy and lose stubborn belly fat. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Feel and look like a new man. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
Sharing is caring, right? Well, that's what they say. But at McDonald's, they mean it. That's the only place where when I roll through with my fam, I leave happy and full. Because for real, I get everything I want. No. Scratch that. We all get everything we want, especially right now when we can bundle our faves for breakfast. How about a savory sausage McMuffin with melty cheese or the most delicious, warm, flaky sausage biscuit with those delicious classic hash browns for just $2.79? Or later in the day, get the fam together and go all out. Bundle the hits like a crispy McChicken topped with mayo and lettuce, or a juicy McDouble with not one, but 2 100% pure beef patties and tasty, small, world-famous fries for only $3.69. McDonald's eats, and so do we all, because there's always something for everyone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
When seasonal allergies and clogged sinuses make you miserable, you want fast relief. But recently, there's confusion about which cold and allergy products work and which ones don't. In fact, oral phenylephrine, a drug found in many oral decongestants in the cold and allergy aisle, is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's a drug-free solution called Navage that for many provides on-the-spot relief. Navage is the natural way to relieve congestion by sucking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuffy and miserable. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy. But more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril. Trust drug-free Navage so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
I think we're lost again.
Wait, what does that sign over there say?
Caution wildlife crossing?
No, next to it.
If you're 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of serious consequences from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60. Ouch, I didn't know that.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. RSV vaccines, including Pfizer's, are available. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
I had my first kid at 19, and this is going to sound strange, but the best advice I can give to other young dads is stay. I wanted to run away. I wanted to just keep living my own life, but I chose to be her dad, and now I'm glad I did. I can't imagine my life without my daughter, and I can't imagine making her grow up without a dad.
Dads, today may feel hard, but it's always the right choice to be a father first.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
Rocked my world yesterday. It was one of those things where you go, damn, this seems so screwed up, like so unfair. And as we get real close as one can get, actually into the month of December, I saw somebody had tweeted out about the house from Home Alone and the McAllister house. Most people know exactly what that thing looks like. You can picture it in your head. It's a little outside of Chicago. People often drive by it and take pictures in front of the house, and it's perpetually up for sale. But I saw that the people who owned it, they had posted the property taxes on the place, and the property taxes had jumped from $2,500 a month, which is a significant amount of money, right? $2,500 a month. Think about this. If you paid all of those payments on your mortgage, every single one of them for all of those years, and you pay off all of the money that you owe on your house, you still have to pay those property taxes. And they were $2,500 a month for the Home Alone house.
That's insane.
They went up, right?
To
there were
what?
some new things that got pushed through tax-wise in the area. And the property taxes for the Home Alone house went up to $5,200 a month. So if you owed nothing on your house, zilch, nothing, you would still be paying over $60,000 a year just to exist. Get angry, don't pay it? Well, they're going to put a lien on that house. And then if you ever sell it, they're going to take that revenue back that they were supposed to get with interest, mind you, right? And if you rack up too much, they'll just take your damn house from you. That seems like a screwed up situation.
Yeah.
That seems like a really messed up system.
Is there a system of appeals that says, hey, why do you think you could just willy-nilly up my taxes as much as you want?
Well, what you would have to do...
elected officials?
Yep, you would have to get all your locally elected officials. And this is one of those things that you should scream from the rooftops. As all of you people, if you're like MAGA people and you're like, Joe Biden is old, he's got dementia, end of the world, blah, blah, blah. Or if you're some libtard out there and you're like, Trump is the worst, oh my God, the end of the world is near, all this, both of those people, right? You're not screaming at the right people. The local politicians around you are the ones that absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, have fundamentally the most control over the ins and outs of your life than anybody else on a national stage does. And it's those people, you might have to get these people, you'd have to get new people elected, and then you'd have to do the most impossible thing to do. Once they add taxes, try getting rid of those. Once they get $5,200 a month from you, try getting them back down to $2,500 or even less. You're not going to do it because they view that as their money now. And I think so many people view it as it should work like this. If I work hard and I buy a piece of America and I get a house and start a family or do whatever I want to do with my life, and I'm investing all this time and working for all this stuff, at the end of the rainbow, I should be able to say, this is my house. This is my yard. You can't take it from me come hell or high water. And not have the government going, I'll need $5,200 from you every single month, and I want that for the rest of your life, please, right? That's wild to me. Absolutely wild. I was looking at a high-rise, like one where you could buy like a condo.
Trying to
downtown.
buy a high-rise?
Not the whole thing.
My gosh, I knew that they paid you more than me, but...
Noted. Save that clip too, please.
I was looking at a condo downtown years and years and years and years ago, and it was $500,000 or $600,000 to buy the place. And then after you fully owned the place, you had to pay all the business and maintenance fees, which was somewhere around $2,500 a month. And it's like, you never get away from it. You never get away from having to pay.
And then go into a place that has HOA and you're still paying them, and they find something you've done wrong, then you're also paying them, and they have the right to kick you out despite you owning that property.
It doesn't feel like you own anything, does it?
No.
This goes back to all this stuff like where you buy a Hummer truck, or not a Hummer truck, a Tesla truck, the new version of a Hummer, and you can't sell it for the first year because, right? That's just in the documents. You buy a John Deere tractor, and if it breaks, you can't fix it yourself. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to buy replacement parts. For the longest time, you weren't allowed to, and in some cases, it's still very difficult to fix your Apple products. Do you really own things if this is how everything is structured? That doesn't seem great. Big Doug Millionaire says, hell yeah, once you pay off your house, you shouldn't have to pay taxes to support your community. Come on now. You know damn well. First of all, if they were able to run all the schools for $2,500, run all the public, all the different public services that they do with your property tax dollars, of course they could do it for $2,500. They just want more money to waste or want more money to put in their friends' pockets. That's where this all ends up going to. Don't kid yourself. The amount of property taxes almost anybody pays is too much anyways, right? Yes, it goes to things. It goes to helping out local schools, even if you don't have kids who go there. By the way, you don't have a kid who goes to school. You're never going to have a kid that goes to school. Still, you're paying to that local school district. And that's fine. But you don't need $5,200 a month for every person to do that.
You need to calm down on the tax talk because, the government.
Your robot is showing, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Right. Well, that's not good.
You just glitched like 4 times during that rant. It sounds like you're an AI.
Oh, they shut me down with the feed? Oh, no. You can hear me okay now, right?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, good. Okay. There's a woman in Australia that I wanted to make mention of.
Arnar.
This woman is clandestine DNCR on TikTok, and she is now saying that people at 18 years old should not be able to get tattoos. She said, this is something that you should be much older before you can actually get tattooed. Like, we shouldn't give people the right to do that. Why? Because she got some tattoos that she regrets.
Yeah. Well, just because you messed up doesn't mean we need to like change the entire law to make sure nobody follows in your footsteps.
That's a weird lens to look through the world and say, because I did this, no one else should have the opportunity to get a tattoo.
But she is going to blanket it with, I'm just looking out for people. I don't want them to make the same mistake as me. Now, Sean, there are some tattoos that you've had that you have called perhaps a little bit regrettable.
Yeah, of course.
Would you have perhaps wished that at 18 you weren't allowed to get them?
No, not at all. Or it's not that, though.
Even the teal tribal one?
That's not even the argument, because the argument wouldn't even be, would I not be allowed to do it at 18? It would be, because I got a tattoo or two that I ended up not liking, no one else can get one, right? Some arbitrary age will be set. 25 now, you can get tattoos. And I would never do that, because I would go, people make mistakes. You're going to make a million mistakes in your life. And if you get a tattoo you don't like, I know it's a little expensive and you're going to have to save up for it, but you can get those things lasered off now. And it's amazing what they can do. And that's what I'm going to do with the ones on my back. It got like 2 tattoos that I'm going to get lasered off on there. I'll probably do that next year at some point in time. But I would never say everybody else, their rights to get a tattoo needs to be shut down just because I did something stupid. She does have a lot of tattoos, though. This is her, I believe. I think this is her, this lady.
She regrets all of them?
I don't know. Let you want to hear from her?
Piercings, too.
I know she curses, but I think it's bleeped out.
Okay. We're going to do this again?
We're just going to try it. Let's see what happens.
Hey, we went for removal number like 10 or some.
Wow, dude, on the forehead?
Yeah. She's got the forehead. She's got the eyes all around her eyes.
Jesus, man, of course.
Her nose is tattooed.
She did like Day of the Dead, but with a spider web on her forehead.
Yeah, she did. And then on her lips, she has like stitches tattooed across her lips. And she's getting all these removed.
I'm in a lot of pain today.
Yeah, I could see that you would be.
I'm in a lot of pain looking at it.
Yeah, dude.
All right, this is her hand. She's getting that removed, too.
The hands are hurting.
What drugs were you on?
She's covered in tattoos. They are zapping them
I would
off.
focus on the face first before the hands.
Yeah, don't worry about the hands until like toward the end or something. The face ones are the ones everybody's going to notice right off the bat. You walk in a room, you're going to see those tattoos on the face.
Yeah, but if her hands are hurting that bad, could you imagine what? I think her
forehead?
eyelids are tattooed.
Yeah.
I mean, getting
that's going to be
those
rough.
as well probably hurt a lot.
Oh, yeah. It was such a coping mechanism, she said. For whenever I had a depressive thought or feeling, I was like, oh, I'll get a tattoo. A decade later, her feelings have drastically changed. I absolutely hate the things, she admits, as she appreciates them on others, but she is beyond mere regret, she says. And other kids should not be able to get them when they're 18. It's too early. You're not old enough. Are you old enough to go serve in the military here in the United States of America? Well, hell yeah, you are, brother.
I mean, what tattoo artist did that, though? That's
what's wrong with
another
that?
thing. Like, there's a little bit of responsibility in that. And I think other tattoo artists, like, actual, what's the word I'm looking for? Professionals?
Yeah.
That would say, hey, I cannot bring myself to tattoo your entire face, especially starting with the spider web across your entire forehead.
You think you go into the average, just regular tattoo shop and you say, I'd like to get the spider web on the forehead. You think, what percentage of tattoo artists do you think would say, nope, not doing that. I'm not going to put a tattoo?
If it's a good one, a massive amount. If you go to a hole in the wall in which you could tell they're not even sanitizing their tools, absolutely. They will tattoo that on you because they want the money. But that is irresponsible on the tattoo artists.
For anybody to tattoo a face tattoo?
That tattoo, like face tattoo especially. Not any face tattoo. There are a lot of people who do it. And you have to, from what I understand, like earn your place to get a face or neck tattoo. But what she has right there was irresponsible.
The only reason I've heard from tattoo artists where if somebody walks in, they won't give them a tattoo is if it's some sort of hate symbol or if they think the person doesn't have any tattoos and they don't know what the pain of the tattoo is going to be that they're about to experience.
Or I thought if they're wasted, you can't tattoo a person who's wasted.
If you're under the influence of anything, you're not supposed to be able to tattoo that person. But I think almost all the time, if you walk in and you go, I'd like to get a tattoo, here's where I want it on my face. This woman wanted it then. She wanted it. But years later, that's when you change your mind. You go, ooh, made a bad decision there, didn't I? What do you think? Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, I'll get to that Elon Musk cringe clip. I've got it all queued up and ready to go, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
So we no longer have our blue check mark.
Actually, it was a white check mark surrounded by blue.
Don't be that guy.
Okay.
We're still at Real Radio 1041 on Twitter, powered by Anna Jar Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you can expect delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535 through the city between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Around the perimeter of I-4, traffic is up to speed on 429 in the Greenway. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Chickasaw Trail at State Road 408. Travel with caution. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mount Dora Christmas Walk.
Join us at the Christmas Walk in downtown Mount Dora Friday, December 1st from 6 to 9 p.m., sponsored by Advent Health and Discover Lake. A celebration of lights, shopping, and holiday fun. For details and activities, visit MountDora.com. See you December 1st at the Mount Dora Christmas Walk.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliant certificates yield 5.25% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Are you experiencing tooth pain? Advanced Endodontics can help. With state-of-the-art care, experienced and compassionate staff, and 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida, we make it easy to find the relief you need. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, so you can achieve the smile of your dreams. And the best part is, no referrals are needed. Schedule your appointment today at IneedARootCanal.com. That's IneedARootCanal.com.
In today's Marketers Report, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, weighs in on the speed of audio production.
In this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy, and that's what I really like about it.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
My best dad tip, okay, one time our power went out and we couldn't watch TV or play video games or whatever, but we still had the best time pulling out flashlights and building a fort in their room, telling stories. So last week, I just turned off the main breaker and yelled, "Power's out!" I mean, why wait for a storm? Just make the fun part happen yourself. I mean, you can do it tonight.
Dads, try this idea or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
Looking to switch your phone service? Well, what if there was a carrier that wasn't just another phone company? One that's brand new, built with technology for the next 50 years, not the last 50. Now there's Boost Infinite Wireless, the only carrier that switches between its own network and the other top 2 networks to find the best quality calls and data for you, anywhere, anytime. And now you can get a low-priced, unlimited wireless plan that gives you a new iPhone every year. Its power of new technology gives you better service at lower prices. Switch today. Boost Infinite Wireless. Call 855-55-BOOST. That's 1-855-55-BOOST. Or visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com. Or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15 today. See boostinfinite.com for terms and conditions.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner, or search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Florida residents get it for only $16.50 till the end of November at Gatorland.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
And Wendy emails. Wendy says, "Hey, gang. Fritz was on yesterday talking about a true crime mini-series. I can't remember what it was called, but he said it was really good. He said it started off at the end of a story in the first episode, and the third episode was crazy. Please, 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 please let me know what the series name is. I really want to watch it. Y'all are the best. Thank you, Wendy."
It is called Love Has Won, The Cult of Mother God, and you can watch it on Max.
Perfect. There we go, because I never would have remembered that. And
that's on the weekend queue for sure. I've heard so much about it.
The name could be better, right? I mean, the name of it is a little bit hard to remember.
Yeah, it is hard to remember, but I think that was her phrase.
Oh, was it really?
It all like ties in or something like that.
I don't know anything about this, but I'm okay going in blind like that. I'm fine with just figuring it out as I go.
Speaking of, I have one more episode until I'm caught up with Squid Games.
Mm-hmm.
Which I found to be very fun to watch. And did you watch the most recent episode of Murder at the End of the World? Or on the other side of the world?
I think we might be one behind. I'm not sure how many in we are. Yeah. We watched the one from this week, I think, though. So I don't know.
So good.
Well, give me like an idea of what was on the latest one, and I'll tell you if I've seen it.
Well, there's a big twist at the end with sneezing. Anything.
No.
All right.
No.
We'll have fun with it because you're going to be like, what the hell? And then when those credits pop up, I can't stand cliffhangers, but that's the whole point of them. And that's what both Squid Games, The Challenge, and this new show are doing.
I must be one episode behind on Murder at the End of the World, but I am digging it. I'm liking this a lot.
We've been on pretty much like a ban of any new things until we just get it over with and it's done, and we can get past finishing Suits. You're just
still on that, huh?
You're still
How many
on the
seasons
Suits
are
train.
Suits?
9, and we have made it halfway through the 9th, I believe, something like that, and it's almost done. We got to the point in Suits and where like Michael Scott left, and then they're just kind of drumming up new drama, and it's so predictable at times. They're like, you can make a drinking game out of every time somebody goes, "I'm going to do something for you, but you're going to owe me a favor."
Why are you torturing yourself then?
Because we like it, but it was just like, let's get over this hump, and then we'll try all this new stuff because we got a couple movies that are on the docket. Still want to watch Oppenheimer and stuff like that.
When I watch a show like that, you mentioned The Office, how after a certain season it just got real bad, writing bad, acting bad, everything bad, or Modern Family, first 3, 4, 5 seasons of Modern Family, genius level writing, absolutely genius level, beautiful writing. And when I go back after I finish something like that, I put like a a stop limit on it. Like, I only go to a certain season. Like, no more of this. That's enough for me. The rest of it gets way too cheesy.
But then you get, like, you give it another round years later, and you catch stuff that you might consider, like, wasn't as bad the first time that you saw it. But it took me a couple with certain shows that I was like, what the hell? Like, this is crap. They dropped the ball. How could I ever, have dedicated so much of my love to The Walking Dead, for example? And then I rewatched all of it. I'm like, okay, this wasn't that bad, actually. I was just pissed.
Your expectations might have been real high at the time because the beginning was so good on those things. One thing that will reel you back in, and this is just a fact, man, when they released on Peacock, because I'm a huge fan of The Office, they released the Office episodes, but they had more footage, more scenes in them.
They edited out the deleted scenes.
Fan favorites?
Super fan.
The super fan episodes with the additional scenes, when you're watching them, you're like, whoa, this is new. And
you're crazy.
I love that. I thought that was grim.
It's very interesting as somebody who, like, when The Office was on Netflix, I would just put it on to be in the background. I'd seen it so many times, but it's just like, just to have something on that you've seen it so much, and then you watch the superfan episodes, and you're like, whoa, there are things happening that I don't quite remember.
Yeah, I like that.
And, like, I think in some cases when they delete scenes like that, they delete things that happen in those scenes out of the the narrative of the show.
Mm-hmm.
But usually they delete scenes because, I mean, those are the ones that they had to save some time, and those were the ones that were no good. So often there's nothing really extra, like, funny that happens. You're just like, oh, more stuff happens.
Something different. eFresh Rocks on Twitch says, it won't be too long before Sealand is watching nothing but Disney movies and cartoons.
And Miss Rachel.
All the time. Has Jackson taken to watching anything yet, or is he still too young?
He's still too young to, like, focus on stuff, but we will show him some Hey Bear videos every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like the YouTube channels that are for newborns.
Oh,
it's like really like high contrast stuff, like just black and white or black and a couple colors, and very whimsical kind of things. But yeah, eventually.
How many views do those videos have on them?
Oh, dude. So it's millions, hundreds of millions.
What a business to be in. What a time to be alive.
And the weird part is they have, I think there are some ads on them because they have to make some money off the YouTube somehow.
Of course.
But it's also like, hey, if you want this without ads, we have it on our website, the Hey Bear website. And then you can get the Hey Bear app probably. I don't know. I haven't read into it. I just like try to put some of the soothing ones on when he's won't stop crying and being a little demon.
All right, well, there was this press conference, and I've got the moment. It's not the one you're thinking from Elon Musk, because yesterday he was asked by this guy, it's like a New York Times forum thing, and I think one of the guys from CNBC maybe was talking to him, and he was saying some of the advertisers are leaving. What do you think about the advertisers leaving the X platform, aka Twitter? And he said, F you to them. And he actually said the word. And he said it again to just kind of double down. F you is what I say to them. And he said, Bob, I think you're watching. He's talking to Bob Iger from Disney. And so he wanted to get a message across, which is it's a bold move, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off for you, to say, you're not going to blackmail me. I'm not going to be held to the wall to try to win you over to get you back on this platform, which could be very expensive for him. But that wasn't the most cringe moment during this interview with Elon Musk. The guy up talking to him is asking him questions, and Elon Musk is like, I don't even have to be here. And he says, the only reason I'm here, Jonathan, is because you're a friend. All right? That's what he says to this guy. Now, I want you to listen real close to what happens next, and that'll give you you delicious bites of cringe that you're looking for. Here we go.
So I will certainly not pander. And Jonathan, like, the only reason I'm here is because you were a friend. Like, what was my speaking fee?
You're not making any. Hey, first of all, I'm Andrew. But
all right, I don't know if you caught that. I'll bring the volume up a little bit as I play this again, but pay attention to what happens there. Let me boost this just a little bit because the audio isn't fantastic. He says, the only reason I'm here, Jonathan, is because you're a friend.
So I will certainly not pander. And Jonathan, like, the only reason I'm here is because you were a friend.
All right, wait for it.
Like, what was my speaking fee?
You're not making any. Hey, first of all, I'm Andrew, but
his name is Andrew, not Jonathan. And
you idiot.
The only reason I'm here, Jonathan, is because you're a friend. And then he goes, I'm Andrew. This is not Jonathan that you're talking to right now.
Good friends, though. Very good friends.
Yeah, he slid that in there. Maybe they aren't as good of friends as one would have thought to begin with.
Here I am on pins and needles, edge of my seat, wanting to know what the damn speaking fee is.
Yeah, no, they don't
Did
tell
he say
you.
nothing, though?
No speaking fee. He's saying he's out there just doing it because he had a friend and he wanted to talk to him.
But I thought that was the point. I thought the point was like, I'm here because we're friends. You know, that's why you're not paying the speaking fee.
The point is, he's saying, I'm here because we're friends, and he doesn't even know the guy's name.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know who he's talking to. So that's a weird move. The strange thing is, Twitter just lives on no matter what. It's like the Trump campaign or something. No matter what happens out here, it's still, and I'm going to be honest with you, this is just a fact. Once again, it's the most exciting social media platform of all of them. It's bad for you. It's terrible for mental health. It's going to get you negative emotions all the time, revved up negative emotions constantly. But it is the most exciting roller coaster ride of a social media app ever. Can you have productive conversations there? Absolutely not. Are 99% of Twitter users the dumbest cretins that have ever been on planet Earth? Absolutely. But it's still fun enough that people aren't going to the other places. Threads is dead. Let's be real. It's a ghost town over there.
I don't know. I keep finding myself looking at it. Instagram does a good job about reminding you it's there.
Yeah, that's the only reason anybody even goes to any of it now, because it's in the Instagram feed and pushing all the people over. I see them there, but then I like, have you ever heard a story where they go, something that went viral on Threads? No, it's like, this is not a place where this is happening. The action is happening on either TikTok, where that's where most of it happens, or on Twitter, you know, on these other platforms, not on some of the slower, boring ones.
The son of a bitch, too, though. Anything that goes viral on Twitter or X, they still call it Twitter. They're like, Elon, you try to go in and change everything. You could still send a link and it says twitter.com. No one is going to refer to it as X. Some people are just like, formerly Twitter.
Yeah, we got people doing that. People go on x.com, the platform formerly known as Twitter. So they're still throwing that in there. Maybe like 5 years down the road, people will switch over. But right now, no signs that that's going to happen. You go to your high school reunion and you see everybody around you, and everybody's got like little name tags on and stuff. And there's people that you haven't seen in a very long time there. And at this one particular high school reunion, there was a famous face that showed up. And here it is on this Facebook post at a brewing company. It says, "Thank you, Germantown Academy, for hosting your class of 1993 reunion with us. We had the honor of hosting a special guest. You never know who you'll run into at the tap room. And it's Bradley Cooper."
Oh, look at him.
He went to his own high school reunion, which initially I'm like, is this a flex move? You like go back to all the people you knew in high school and you go, what are you up to?
I mean, he very well could be friends with like one or two of them still.
He might be. It's like in pictures with everybody. Like he still knows them and hangs out with them. Like he's a hometown guy. And Germantown Academy, I guess, was the school that he went to. But what a flex move to show up and you're like, I'm Bradley Cooper. I think I don't have to tell you what I've been doing.
Went by Brad in high school.
You've been seeing the things I've been doing and creating. And he showed up at this Chestnut Hill Brewing Company is where they had their high school reunion. Let's work in one or two dispatches, and then we're going to get ready for jury duty as we roll on a Thursday. Here is Kaz with a dispatch.
Hey there, first-time caller.
Hey.
What you said about the absent fathers kind of struck a chord, so just wanted to make sure that we are being careful about continuing to spread that narrative. It's really not true, and the stats prove that. Most fathers want to be in their child's life and want to be good fathers, but our court systems really don't support that. In fact, when you go to get a divorce or try to get custody, 99% of the time, mother gets full custody. Fathers are not given equal parenting time, visitation time. They're expected to pay child support, and they will get chased by the courts to pay the child support.
All right, hold on. I'm going to pause you for a second here. Hard disagree, okay? Hard disagree, and here's why. I saw a lot of people saying this in chat as I was going on that rant about how there's all these homes that are fatherless. You don't have a father to try to guide the child through life, or at least two parents to make it so the house is more stable. With only one parent, a house is unstable almost every single time. Are there some edge cases where you have a parent who steps up and knocks it out of the park, even though there's nobody there to help them? Yes, of course there are. And there's this weird reaction that people do. And I saw this in chat where I'm shouting this out. I'm like, all these places, all these homes out there where the fathers have left, right? The fathers couldn't stand up. The reason for an ad being on the radio station saying, here's how you be a good dad. Here's how you step up. And when you say that, when you point that out, something that's obviously a problem, people go, yeah, but there's bad moms too. Okay. Yes. Are there bad moms? Of course there are bad moms in existence. Yes, of course there are. But what's a bigger problem? Bad moms or absent fathers in the United States of America? It's glaringly obvious that absent fathers is the bigger problem. You have so many people, especially among young black families, the amount of houses where there's no father involved in the kid's life at all. Poorer people are more likely to be in this too. And are there fathers who want to be a part of their kids' lives but can't because there's some kind of contentious divorce? Of course. But I don't think that's the source of the biggest problem. We just disagree on that fundamentally, I guess. But I'll hear out the rest of what you have to say.
Or what? And they can go to jail or lose their license. But mothers who keep their kids from their dads and don't follow the court orders, there's almost no accountability there by the courts at all. And so, a lot of moms will alienate their kids and then claim that the father's a deadbeat. So anyways, we need to be careful about this narrative. Hope that helps. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you're saying happens. It definitely does happen, but I think it's nowhere near the size of the problem as dads that just don't give a damn. People that get somebody pregnant and ditch off. They say, sayonara, have a nice life. Sometimes the women don't even bother to file for like child support or anything. And I think it's more inherent in women to stay with something that they've given birth to than a man who's trying to find any excuse to get out of there if they didn't have the connection that would lead him to want to stay forever with this person. I just think that's the fact, but maybe you disagree. That's fine.
I did find it interesting to hear that argument from a woman, though. Yeah. That's usually a thing that you would hear on like a lawyer commercial from a man.
Yeah. And here's one thing, and I'm just guessing here. I might be totally wrong. Follow up with the dispatch, please. I'm just guessing. It could very much be that Kaz has somebody in her life that this has happened to. Right? So like maybe your brother, your husband has kids from another marriage or something, and you are dealing with this firsthand. And so when you hear somebody say absent fathers, it triggers you and you go, well, what about the fathers who aren't absent, but mothers are keeping them away from their kids? I think the larger problem is dads who hit the roads, hit the bricks, never come back. I've met so many kids. I met so many people in my life who grew up without a dad, and they will tell you flat out the impact that it had on them. And that goes further to people who grew up with, only one parent in the household. They'll tell you like how this had a long-term impact on them. It's a very, very big deal. Bojo says, wrong, dude. Many women in the hood are spiteful in what they do. I have no idea what you mean by that.
Spiteful or spiteful?
Spiteful. Many women in the hood are spiteful in what they do. No idea what that means.
I mean, he's talking about in poor communities, women like kicking the dad out, stuff like that.
You think does he think that there's more situations where the woman kicks the dad out of the house and says, I don't want you to be part of this baby's life, or where the guy just leaves and never comes back, or just says, I won't have anything to do with this? Because the one that happens more is obvious. It's that the guy just leaves the house, never comes back, impregnates a half a dozen more women, and continues on with his life without any responsibilities. That's what happens. What do you think? Let me know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Not only jury duty is on the way, but a village is being terrified and terrorized by a 7-foot, yellow-eyed, face-peeling creature. That's right. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
You can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
This is 3-time Pro Bowler LeVar Arrington. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Macy's Backstage.
It'll be week 13 of the NFL season kicking off tonight in Big D, where the Cowboys host the Seahawks in an NFC clash. Buccaneers linebacker Levante David and cornerback Jamel Dean remain sidelined by lower body injuries. Neither were able to practice on Wednesday. And to hockey, where the Lightning are back home, they'll square off with the Penguins tonight. The Bolts dropped 2 of 3 on their recent road trip. I'm Scott Davidson.
What will you find at Macy's Backstage? How about the perfect holiday gifts, just $25 and under, like matching family PJs, fragrance sets, toys, and more. Find the latest trends, new arrivals, and great prices at a Macy's Backstage store near you.
Unleash your creativity with the brand new Hype app. That's HYPH. Hype empowers you to create music effortlessly, sharing your songs with friends on social media. Create your song with a few swipes. You'll never believe how easy and fun it is to make music. Listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air on the radio. The best Hype wins $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com or go to Instagram at XL1067.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger. Because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. 'Tis the season. Thanksgiving and Christmas are among us, and our friends and family will gather. And as we look around, I want you to know a few things. You know, heart disease is a #1 killer here in America. And this time of year, believe it or not, is one of the worst times of year. Christmas Day is the #1 day for cardiac arrest in America. And the day after is #2, and New Year's Day is #3. So here's what I'm saying. Make sure your heart's in good shape. Get that free heart scan from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Just a few minimum requirements, but that is a $699 value. The information it gives you is unbelievable. You'll be able to build a really good long-term health care plan with your primary care doctor, and this is what they do all the time. And it could not be easier to book your appointment and find out where you are in your health right now. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you got to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. You make that appointment and make this the day you take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
'Tis the season of holiday gatherings. Light up everyone with a box of a dozen Dunkin' Donuts. From sprinkled and powdered to frosting galore, you'll have everyone's fave in one festive box, including yours. Save time and order ahead in the app. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
What is Life Imaging FLA? Hey, Russ Rollins here. Basically, they save lives with FDA-approved state-of-the-art low-dose radiation scanners. They can easily detect heart disease and cancer before a patient has any symptoms. My sister just found out she has stage 4 cancer. Everyone she talks to, she says, get a scan if you can. If you're fighting stage 1 cancer, that's much easier than fighting stage 4 cancer. And also, as far as heart attacks, did you know 30 to 40% of the heart attacks in America, the first symptom is sudden death. 1 out of 3 people will die from heart disease. So these are things that you really should get looked at, and Life Imaging FLA can help you with that now. And there's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value. You can do it now by calling pound 250, pound 250. Say the words free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. That's pound 250. Say the words free heart scan. You'll have an option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia. It's Life Imaging FLA. I did this, and I know my heart is good, which is awesome news. Life Imaging FLA.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Rebath. You know, any company that has great products and great services does not need high-pressure sales pitches, and Rebath does that. No high-pressure sales tactics. You will never be in a must-buy right now situation with Rebath. And there's no pricing games either, like other companies that start super high, then drop the price in half immediately if you buy today. It doesn't work like that with Rebath of Orlando. Still the only company that does full, complete bathroom remodeling, top to bottom, and they do it right the first time. Always stay in tune with their website for brand new designs. That's rebathmidfla.com. In all my years of endorsing this company, I've never had a complaint. And there's a reason the big box stores choose Rebath for their bathroom remodeling business. This is a national brand that stands behind what they say and what they do. Rebath of Mid-Florida's reputation is so good, there are companies mimicking what they do and claiming to be with them. That's not true. Do your research and ask questions. Don't be fooled by imposters. Get with Rebath of Mid-Florida. Showroom 436 in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Hop online and check out the before and afters at rebathmidfla.com.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Right now, all your crafted to crave favorites are only $3 for a 16-ounce and $4 for a 24-ounce. Gotta have a Wawa.
The Rolling Stones, the greatest rock and roll band in the world, famous for their police-escorted motorcades that whisk them in and out of their live shows. Now, iHeartRadio gives you a chance to be part of the entourage on the Stones' upcoming tour. You and 3 friends travel via motorcade to the VIP entrance, check out Soundcheck, and see the Rolling Stones live from some of the best seats in the house. Another iHeartRadio once-in-a-lifetime experience. Enter to win by listening to this station on the free iHeartRadio app.
This earful of real radio is sponsored by Orlando Harley-Davidson. Visit OrlandoHarley.com.
If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked by.
Well, what we were talking about with custody in households around the country, Bojo says there's hundreds of vids showing women doing worse to the fathers, which is, boy, it's just a perfect example of how bad arguing online is. The state of arguing online. Source, I've seen some videos is the point that we're at here. Meanwhile, just to prove the point that I was making earlier, let me show you something before we get into jury duty. Let's bring this up in front of me, C-Lane. This is from the census.gov website. A little better of a source than I've seen some videos online. And they said married coupled households, there's like 35 million of them in the United States of America. Mother-only households, there's like 10 million of them in the United States of America. And then only a tiny sliver of that is father-only households. So you can see what I'm talking about. Fathers leaving the family is a much larger problem in every measurable way. It has a much bigger impact on our societal ills than mothers doing something bad because you've seen some videos on the internet.
There's videos shown.
I've seen the videos. And like to make things worse, this is more data. It says 2017 to 2021, the share of families headed by single parents was 76% among African-American families, 59% among Hispanic families, 39% among white families, and 31% among Asian families. That's a lot no matter what demographic you're looking at. And if you look at the percentage of those that are women being meansies, I don't think it's really anywhere close. I just don't think that's the case. We got bigger problems here to fry. We got some things to worry about.
What had happened?
These folks are in Peru, and they're from San Antonio de Pintayacu in Peru. and residents there are very much on edge. They are worried. They have had dozens of sightings of what they say are 7-foot-tall, yellow-eyed, face-peeling aliens. I don't know about you. Color me concerned here. If there's 7-foot-tall, yellow-eyed, face-peeling creatures on the loose, let's rope these things in.
Are they peeling people's faces or their faces are peeling?
Let's learn more here together. Some witnesses have described these creatures as floating through the air on top of light-up oval platforms with metal discs attached to their feet.
Okay,
While
how
others
many
have
people
said,
have described this? Like, there's enough people are saying the same
dozens.
thing?
Yeah, dozens of people, they said. Others have said the beasts wear black armor with oval-shaped helmets. Locals also claim one of these creatures attempted to abduct a teenage girl and tried to remove her face, hence the face-peeling side of things. It's not their faces peeling. They tried to peel off the teenage girl's face. Everyone is on edge. The men are in a state of heightened vigilance, according to 40-year-old explorer Timothy Alberino, who visited the village after the attack with his friend. The villagers are on such high alert, they even burned 5 acres of trees to give them a better line of sight into the neighboring forest because they're worried about these 7-foot-tall, yellow-eyed, face-peeling creatures.
Sounds like a crackhead got a hold of the wrong stuff.
Yeah, but there's a dozen sightings. That's a dozen crackheads. Still possible. Still, logically, I'm not leaning at the fact that there's a 7-foot monster. But
I mean, it sucks for Peru, but it'll take a while before it gets to us, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a long march to the border. That thing ain't going to be here for a while. Unless it might be really fast, though. Plus, it's on that platform. If it can fly, we're in deep trouble.
One community leader told local media, these gentlemen are aliens. They appear to be armored, like the Green Goblin from Spider-Man. I shot one of them twice, and he wasn't injured. He rose and disappeared. We're very frightened about what's happening here in our community.
What is going on here? Are these people just crazy? If this happened in real life, it would be so frustrating because you'd go, guys, there are a bunch of Green Goblin guys. They're 7 feet tall, and they peel people's faces off. And
Prove
people
it.
go, yeah, right, okay. Green Goblin face peelers, I'm sure. And you go, no, I swear to God, I shot one of them, and it didn't even get affected by it. It would take you a long time just to convince people you weren't an absolute lunatic.
Even
That
if
would
you
be-
show video these days, it's like, it's AI, man, AI.
Uh-huh. That is definitely faked. That one is the Chat GPT helped you out there. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Hall & Oates update in just a moment. But first, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm brings you jury duty as always. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or go to justcallmo.com. Once you're in an accident, you are starting to take care of yourself immediately. One of the ways you take care of yourself is by calling Moses. There's lots of other attorneys out there, but you want a good experience. You want somebody who appreciates that you decided to call them, somebody who listens to your story and then goes to fight for you against those insurance companies that are trying to be greedy once more. It's 866-CALL-MO or justcallmo.com. Daryl Hall now accusing John Oates of, quote, the ultimate partnership betrayal. He says this is a bridge too far. He can't stand it. Daryl Hall has accused his longtime music partner John Oates of committing the ultimate partnership betrayal by planning to sell his share of the Hall & Oates duo's joint venture without the other's permission. Hall said in a court declaration, this is getting worse and worse. And Oates says he's disappointed in Hall's inflammatory, outlandish, and inaccurate statements about me. A judge, for their part, has issued a temporary restraining order blocking the sale of Oates' share of Whole Oates Enterprises to that group that's buying up all of the music.
So this is not what we think of as a restraining order. When the headlines, like, they seem so juicy, so sexy. One of them has a restraining order, Hall restraining order against Oates. They're not allowed to come into contact.
Not 500 feet within each other. That is where your brain goes, right?
Yeah.
That's what everybody's thinking, but it's a restraining order against selling the rights.
You think immediately in your head there's like a Hall & Oates celebrity death match on the horizon.
Yes.
But you know what? I mean, I can imagine it all comes from because Daryl Hall's doing all these solo shows, and he'll have to pay, right? Essentially, if he wants to play the songs that are half Halls.
Well,
Wait, the other one, Oates.
No, but he's trying to sell them all. He's trying to sell the rights to their music catalog.
His half.
But his half of it, and they're not in agreement on how this should work. Daryl Hall does seem like the more active of the two, though, right? He even had that TV show and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Daryl's House, I think is what it was called. That was a pretty cool. He was actually he was kind of an innovator at that. He was doing an internet show, full-on internet production, before most people knew that was a thing.
Yeah, but then it sucked.
No, it was very
not
cool.
Interesting.
You didn't watch
the content of the show was not very.
Oh, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was
just like
brilliant.
him jamming with other famous musicians.
By myself here. I thought it was him and his family, and he's going through his
No.
house and stuff. There was another show then that it was
there
like
must have
all
been.
about his life.
It would be like he would have John Mayer on, and then him and John Mayer would talk a little bit, and they would jam together, and they would play songs and do like a whole live
They
performance.
had CeeLo Green on there doing I Can't Go For That.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, I take back what I said. Jesus, didn't realize you were such Hall fans.
Well, we're just saying that we liked the show.
Didn't know we had a show. Didn't know that
Hollers.
one of the members of this show was an Oatzer.
You're on that side.
He
huh?
did give me sex eyes one time.
They said the girl at the center of this Josh Giddey stuff. You'll remember Josh Giddey from yesterday, the NBA star, who is alleged to have been in a relationship with a teenage girl. The girl and her family, who may have been 15 or 16 at the time they were allegedly having sex, they're not cooperating with the police. They're not cooperating with the investigation. This 15 or 16-year-old girl and her family says they do not want to talk to the police, but they're still asking for more information. He may skate by on this. I don't know if he tossed some cash at the family or what went on, but something happened there. When we come back, a man driving his Kia was so fed up with people breaking into it. And I see this all the time on my very own social media feed that this is happening to people here around where we're doing the show.
Twitter, y'all
And this person got so fed up, they finally did something about it. What did they do? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Rolling Stones are coming to Orlando in June 2024. But all this week, the Monsters in the Morning and the Jim Colbert Show will have your chance to win them before you can buy them. Tickets to the Rolling Stones all this week on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Expect intermediate lane closures due to road construction on Goldenrod Road, northbound and southbound between 408 and Colonial Drive. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Chickasaw Trail, northbound and southbound at State Road 408. Travel with caution. Traveling on I-4, expect delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Boost Infinite.
Boost Infinite's new wireless technology switches between networks, giving you the best service at a lower price. Switch today. Call 855-55-BOOST, visit boostinfinite.com, or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
Sharing is caring, right? Well, that's what they say. But at McDonald's, they mean it. That's the only place where when I roll through with my fam, I leave happy and full. Because for real, I get everything I want. No. Scratch that. We all get everything we want. Especially right now, when we can bundle our faves for breakfast. How about a savory sausage McMuffin with melty cheese, or the most delicious, warm, flaky sausage biscuit with those delicious classic hash browns for just $2.79? Or later in the day,
Get the fam together and go all out. Bundle the hits like a crispy McChicken topped with mayo and lettuce, or a juicy McDouble with not one, but 2 100% pure beef patties and tasty, small, world-famous fries for only $3.69. McDonald's eats, and so do we all, because there's always something for everyone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
Looking to switch your phone service? Well, what if there was a carrier that wasn't just another phone company? One that's brand new, built with technology for the next 50 years, not the last 50. Now there's Boost Infinite Wireless, the only carrier that switches between its own network and the other top 2 networks to find the best quality calls and data for you, anywhere, anytime. And now you can get a low-priced, unlimited wireless plan that gives you a new iPhone every year. Its power of new technology gives you better service at lower prices. Switch today. Boost Infinite Wireless. Call 855-55-BOOST. That's 1-855-55-BOOST. Or visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com. Or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15 today. See boostinfinite.com for terms and conditions.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril to help suck out allergens, mucus, and germs. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh, I think we're lost again.
Wait, what does that sign over there say?
Caution wildlife crossing?
No, next to it.
If you're 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of serious consequences from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60. Ouch, I didn't know that.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. RSV vaccines, including Pfizer's, are available. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
My best dad tip, okay, one time our power went out and we couldn't watch TV or play video games or whatever, but we still had the best time pulling out flashlights and building a fort in their room, telling stories. So last week, I just turned off the main breaker and yelled, "Power's out!" I mean, why wait for a storm? Just make the fun part happen yourself. I mean, you can do it tonight.
Dads, try this idea or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounitus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
Let's see what's on your mind. And we're going back to the moon, baby. It's happening. I know C-Lane's not a big fan of it, but we're headed back there regardless.
All right,
No,
let's go, baby.
I love the fact that they're going back to the moon. I like NASA, space stuff.
Yeah.
What I hate is stupid moons.
Did you check the Beaver Moon, man?
No.
That
How
was
you know
brilliant.
it wasn't cool? Yeah, people said it was a really great moon when it was the Beaver Moon outside.
One of my favorite moons.
It was no different than the regular full moon.
You didn't look.
You're
I didn't
saying
need to.
It was no different than the blood red moon, for God's sake?
What about the wolf orange moon?
I don't know.
All of
the
those.
Three Dog Night Moon. I don't know.
Watch
We're
your
headed-
kid loves moons.
That'd be great. I love that. They said after 50 years, or some say, this will be the first time ever if you're really, really stupid. More than 50 years after the last Apollo mission, the United States will try once again to land a craft on the moon on January 25th, said the head of what could be the first private company to successfully touch down on the lunar surface. The lander is named Peregrine. It will have nobody on board, but it was developed by American company Astrobotic. And they said they're going to carry NASA instruments to study some stuff on the moon for a little while. And then shortly after that, you're going to have, we're doing some tests and stuff first. And then we're going to go back to the moon and land on that son of a bitch and hop around and ride go-karts and do all the fun stuff that people did on the moon so many years ago. And I don't know, I'm sure the moon deniers, I wonder if having another person's feet on the moon again, I wonder if they'll stop and they'll be like, okay, now we definitely have been to the moon.
Well,
or if
think
they'll
we
go,
have the technology now that you could be on Earth with a very expensive telescope and watch it.
Definitely. But do you think that's enough that they go, it's totally true now?
No, because just like you said, the technology to look at the moon is even better. The technology to fake it is also even better.
Sure.
Yeah.
But you could also, didn't they send like a flat earther into space and he still didn't believe that it was?
There was a flat earther who, am I
They brought
wrong
him
about
like to
this?
the edge of the earth where you could see that it's a sphere and he was like, I still don't get it.
Hold on, let me see. Flat earther, because I have this story, but okay, yeah. So there was a flat earther known as Mad Mike Hughes. We talked about him on the show. Here's the story from that time. This was back in 2020. And it says a U.S. daredevil pilot has been killed during an attempted launch of a homemade rocket in the California desert. Mad Mike Hughes, 64, crash-landed his steam-powered rocket shortly after takeoff. He was trying to prove that the world was flat, and he sent off this rocket to do that, and he ended up dying as a result of the experiment. Did not work out for him, and he died pursuing his dream, they said, though.
See the guy
Proving
that had the
world was flat.
documentary?
He might have been. He was pretty famous in the flat earther world amongst those dodos who talk about this. So there he goes. They said when God made Mike, he broke the mold. The man was the real deal and lived to push the edge. He wouldn't have gone out any other way. R.I.P., they said. Homemade rocket cost $18,000. It turns out it wasn't very safe. Wasn't very safe.
They did have a documentary called Rocket Man, Mad Mike's Mission to Prove the Flat Earth.
Mm-hmm.
It should be Prove the Earth is Flat. Prove the Flat Earth. Ugh.
Prove the flat earth theory would work.
I can't remember if his was the one that I watched or if it was a different guy that was obsessed with, like, going to space, but, like, from his farm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm always interested in these kind of characters because they are... I wonder if some of these people are smarter than you would think, and I wonder if some of them are just playing along with the bit. But the thing that makes me think they're not is the first conspiracy that I've ever seen in real life take hold, and I started to go, well, hold on, let's look into this, and I started to like debate people about it and stuff, was the 9/11 was an inside job conspiracy. And at first I was like, well, these people, once you show them that they're wrong, they will go, oh, okay, you're right, never mind. Yeah, it wasn't an inside job. But no matter what you would show those people, they would still go back to 9/11 was an inside job. And so I think the flat earther people might be right there with them. I think they could be right on that same path. A Seattle Kia owner, and it's a tough time to be a Kia owner right now. I saw somebody,
you're a hamster.
The hamsters and the humans all regretting buying these Kias. I saw somebody post on my social media feed. If it was you, hello, hey, how you doing out there? Sorry about your luck.
Y'all see this?
And they showed a picture of their Kia. I believe the window was smashed. And they said, once again, somebody tried to steal my Kia in my neighborhood. Once again, they didn't get it. They popped off the what's the thing where the key goes, like that whole panel over there, the ignition and stuff. And
or the remix to Ignition.
They said they didn't get the car started, but they did break my window, and this is like second or third time this has happened.
Why? Because it's that USB thing? I thought they got rid of that.
Well, it's still, a lot of these Kias are susceptible to that, where if you don't know about this, you can take off the ignition or parts around the ignition.
Sean.
And you can use a USB cord, not to like plug it in or to do anything computer-wise, but you can just turn the ignition with a USB port, as far as I know. Or you can
just, probably pinch it with your fingers.
Right.
I don't know why the idea that you use a USB stick became somehow sexy to people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that was just one thing that made it sound more futuristic, I think. As after his car was stolen, this guy, a Seattle Kia owner, was so over it, he decided to leave the vehicle at the dealership where he bought it and walk 4 hours back home, they said. This guy was flat out fed up. On Monday, the Kia owner, identified as Beruz Alimorati, claimed somebody stole his Kia. They said police found his car. It sat parked in the driveway. He said somebody came back, smashed out all the windows, and stole the car again. He claimed in the 2 years of owning his Kia, he has had to deal with 4 separate incidents involving his car in Seattle. He said he paid thousands of dollars to get the vehicle repaired.
I don't know if it's your Kia, dude. It might be where you're at in Seattle.
No, it's both. It's both, because in these high crime areas, the kids go, the Kias are easy to steal. Even if you had yours fixed, they still smash the window out. And have you ever had the window smashed out of your car?
No.
Oh, it's so annoying.
I believe so.
I was more annoyed that the person who robbed me, that they broke out my window on my car, than that they stole my subwoofer from my Isuzu Rodeo. Because the subwoofer, fine.
Sentence.
I don't care about the subwoofer. I care about now I have a window that's broken.
All right,
and
would you rather
get it repaired?
Smash window or keying? A key to your car. Sorry.
I'd rather the smash window.
The key.
No, the smash window.
I'd rather a smash window.
Because you could get the window put back. The problem is when you get the window put back, then you got to get the window tinted to match the other windows if your windows are tinted.
Right.
But at least it's not, I don't know how much it costs to fix a car that's scratched like that.
Depends how deep the scratch is and who you pissed off.
It seems a little expensive to do.
Or maybe you should park better.
Let's go over
that
to you.
That was a long time ago, C-Lane.
Is that what they wrote?
Learned to PAK. And I
learned to park?
Yeah, except my car was still running and my hazards were on, and I was inside for all of 30 seconds.
Oh, man. That'll piss you off, too.
I just didn't see it until like 2 hours later.
All right, let's go over to the dispatches.
A little bit about me.
Let's see what we got going on with you today. Here's Poor Soul talking about flat Earth.
Here's one for all you flat earthers to think about. The Earth may be flat, but the world is all around you.
Ew.
Okay.
Yikes.
I don't know if that convinced anybody. Here is a dispatch from Anonymous right here.
Okay, so here's a little weird court case for you.
Okay.
My ex and I share custody of our son. I have him 4 days a week. He has him 3 days a week. So as close to 50-50 as you really can with 7 days a week. So when we went to court, very amicable divorce. I did not want child support because I make a lot more money than he does. And the judge argued with me over taking child support.
By the way, there is so much to what you said. You said an amicable divorce and like how rare that is. That almost never happens. That people are like, okay, let's just, we'll split it up. We're good. Everything's good here.
Marriage is over. Let's just do this quickly.
Hey, good times, though. We had a good time, and I wish you the best moving forward.
Fun run.
It's always like this.
And I finally got her to agree that he did not need to give me child support. And everything was fine. She signed off on the divorce. A couple months later, his paycheck started getting garnished for the full amount of child support, as if he had never had seen my son or had anything to do with him. And now, in order to get that reversed, we have to spend thousands of dollars to refile all the paperwork and go back to court, knowing that we're probably going to get the exact same judge. So, not that I agree or disagree with the whole men out of their child's lives, but it's not always black and white, cut and dry when it comes to the court system.
Of course
Sometimes
not.
It is absolutely ridiculous.
Well, first of all, Anonymous, you don't have to tell me, because I dealt with child support myself, and I know how horrific that.
Reluctantly, he did. He just very.
No, I never fought child support.
That's where the slow driving came from.
I paid it my whole life, or at least for Dylan's first 18 years of his, and it was a mess. The whole operation they're using computers from like the 80s. When you call, you're going to be on hold for like an hour at the least. Then when you get a hold of somebody, they generally don't know how to fix things. They were coming after me once because for some reason something happened when I came over to iHeart, and they weren't automatically taking the money out of my paycheck anymore. And I kept giving them the information to do so, but they didn't fix it. And then they were coming after me, like saying, you're not paying the child support. So I had to get Moses on the line and get the child support people on the line and finally fix that so it stopped happening. So I get it. I know the system is screwy. What I'm saying here, though, is I'm tossing out this. There's a huge problem with single-parent households, and the giant burden of that is on mothers, because fathers are far more likely to leave and never take care of their kids and never provide any kind of parenting structure for those children. Those children often turn out to be kids who cause problems in society, right? Those are just facts. And then when I say that, somebody goes, yeah, well, I know this one guy. There's some people that do this. Well, of course that's true. But it doesn't break through the barrier of the problem that we have a lot of absent fathers in our culture in the United States of America. That's just absolutely true. Maui, I think, disagrees, though. Hello?
Sean, what that consensus report or whatever is not taking into account is the percentage of fathers that would love to have their kids, but the court always just gives the kids to the mothers no matter what. And it's really hard.
Very interesting.
For a father to actually get custody over the mother. So how many fathers out there that actually want their kids and they can't have them and they can't see them because the mother doesn't let them? That's percentage is unknown. So
let me clear this up real quick.
I'm sorry, was that a fart at the end of the dispatch?
Okay. She did a little raspberry noise. But let me clear this up just so you don't have a misconception of what's going on here. When it talks about single parent households, it factors in a couple of things. But one of the things that they consider is whether or not the father has an active role in the child's life, right? And when you look at those statistics, it's not like an even-handed thing. And it's not because the courts don't let these dads have access to the children. It's because the fathers just leave. They don't want to assume the responsibilities of being a father.
Or they die, Sean.
I think that's a pretty rare case, probably, that they
Dad's dying?
Yeah, that dads die when... all right, okay. If we looked at why there were people who are single mothers, dads dying as a reason for that happening is sub 1% of those cases. That's not the issue that's leading there. Fathers just leaving because they don't want to be fathers, big, giant portion, huge portion, vast majority of them are that. And then another smaller portion that people keep using anecdotes to prove out as like being some major thing is that the woman will say, I don't want this man in my life, and will fight him at every single bend and curve in their relationship. It's just not the more common thing and not the larger problem, even though a lot of you are telling me different stories. Here's Sex Panther by Odeon. Hello?
Hey, Sean, I'm a father who's willing to be a father, wanting to be a father, wanted a family. And after many, many years of being together with a woman, we decided we would make that, we would take that plunge.
Uh-oh.
And we did.
You did.
And it was a great experience up until a tragedy happened that was a little bit divisive in our household.
What's that?
After therapy sessions, she and her therapist, who I've never met, have decided that I'm not any good and that...
What?
Time with my son is not deserved.
Give us the juice, man.
Yeah, he's taking too long to get there. It's 1:42 in the dispatch. I hope for you that you get the best outcome you're looking for, sir. But even though a lot of fathers might go, well, I'm trying to be the greatest father ever, but that bitch won't let me. It's the bitch's fault. Yeah. Like all this weird thing, it's the lady's fault. What the hell is that, man? You can look at the statistic and see that in almost all of the cases, it's the guys. It's the guys who are doing this. It's just the way it is. All right, we want to hear what you have on your mind, and you're only one dispatch away. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your dispatch right now. There is an update on that whole thing where they were coming after the 5-year-old kid for the
red face, blackface kid.
Red face, blackface, and he was also wearing the headdress thing. And the Deadspin reporter has not been backing down at all on this. A bunch of really, really stupid people, like the radio host I talked about yesterday. I say radio host. I don't even know if he's actually on the radio. He might just be streaming now. And these folks have come up to defend the reporter who was trying to say this little kid was racist. Came out yesterday that the young boy is actually Native American. He has Native American grandfather. And now they said there is no apologizing. So his family has said, it's too late. We don't want an apology from you. We don't want to hear any of that. This has gone too far.
Oh, because we're going to sue your ass for defamation.
I wonder if they would have a case there.
It's such a young child, though. It's like, can a child that young, they can't be convicted of a crime, so can you be defamed?
Here's the problem.
Slandered?
If you got to the point of having a jury's going to side with the kid, right?
Especially with that kid on the stand and he's crying.
Yeah. Little kid goes up and he's like, I'm just trying to watch a football game.
They'll try as hard as they can to waive the right to a jury trial and just have a judge decide it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that
learn that on Suits.
But I don't know if they have anything actionable. I mean, they did say racist and some other things in the post that they put on Deadspin.
Roger, you gonna say something about it, man?
So I don't know. I don't know if they have a case yet. But the family said an apology is not enough. Yellow Jack on YouTube says, "You have no idea what you're talking about, Sean. Take the L and move on, boy." At the News Junkie. Okay, very thick-brained move on your part. Very, very thick-brained. I'm telling you what the actual census stats are. I'm showing you that I'm absolutely right. And you go, yeah, but I think differently. So an L for you, Sean. Absolute buffoonery. And we're going to get more of that, I'm sure. But that's fine. I like it. Send it over on thenewsjunkie.com.
Fuel him. Fuel him, Yellow Jack. Send him more fuel.
I need more rage.
Drama vampire.
Give me all of the rage, please. Send it my way. And when we come back, we'll get into more of that, maybe.
No,
we also have to talk about
some rage. Somebody order some rage.
We have to talk about something more important.
What?
A man got stuck in a glory hole. And I think that
we talked about this.
No. This
ended up being his daughter?
No.
Oh, my God.
We talked about this, dude.
She's right about that. That was a story where...
Sealand, you were there, were you not? Oh, no, he was on pat leave.
It may have been paternity time.
That's right. Yeah, no, that was the one. Yeah, you're right. Oh, so that's what you missed, Sealand. Father, glory hole, daughter. Boom.
Yeah. She looked over and saw that it was her dad's face on the other side. And
got real weird.
Rest is history.
Well, who the hell designed this glory hole?
He's shooketh right now.
I don't know.
There was a button that you couldn't see each other unless both people hit the button, and then it was revealed that they were related to each other.
And then it got real awkward.
Yeah.
Of course it did. No, this is a man who got stuck in a glory hole, and we'll tell you what happened to him. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is The Jim Colbert Show. Later today, The Jim Colbert Show will have your chance to win them before you can buy them tickets to the Rolling Stones coming June 2024 to Camping World Stadium. Tickets go on sale this Friday, December 1st at 10 a.m. The Jim Colbert Show. Today at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you can expect delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Congestion eastbound and westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Around the perimeter of I-4, traffic is up to speed on 429 and the Greenway. You can expect delays due to an accident on Chickasaw Trail at State Road 408. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Shopping for new blinds? At Blindster, we offer over 50 different blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices, custom made for your windows, and shipping is free. Shop at home and order 10 free samples of any product before you buy. Blindster.com.
This hour of programming is brought to you in part by Second Harvest Food Bank. Help today at feedhopenow.org.
Don't miss the boat, my friends. Compare your quote today with that mortgage guy, Don. He has over 250 five-star Google reviews and 1,100 reviews at experience.com. So very safe to say that Don knows what he's doing. And I can say with full confidence that he's looking out for you. He has your best interest in mind. And that's very important when it comes to the chances being very high that you're leaving money on the table. So let that mortgage guy, Don, help you get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com and get a free fast quote review. Hit the compare button and Don will review your quote today. That mortgage guy, Don, is a mortgage broker. He's not a corner bank or a retail lender, and that means he has direct access to wholesale lenders that consumers do not. These wholesale lenders are competing for your business. So if you want to see a difference, go to the website, thatmortgageguyDon.com. Apply now and get a quote or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle. Just peace of mind.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest here. It is the holiday season, and it's time to indulge a little bit, but don't let indulging keep you from feeling your best. I have been drinking Health Aid Kombucha daily, and I have to tell you, it really is a game changer. It's easy to work into your routine. Health Aid Kombucha tastes amazing. Makes me feel less bloated. I mean, that's the effect it has on me. My favorite flavor is right now Strawberry Glow. And the best part, you can find Health Aid Kombucha at Whole Foods, Target, and Walmart, or at health-aid.com.
You know, the holidays arrived, and I'm here to take some stress away when it comes to buying something special for that special someone in your life. You got to go see my friends over at Goldsmith Jewelry Shop right there on Leah Road. Rita Layer and their team have been friends of mine for over 20 years. A lot of jewelry stores have come and gone. Not these guys, 37 years strong, and there's a reason why. Unbelievable service and a giant selection of fine jewelry. Diamond studs, tennis bracelets, necklaces. You get the idea. Best quality for the lowest prices, fast free shipping. It's goldsmithjewelry.com right there on 1212 Lee Road. Go by and please tell them Jim sent you.
Just moved into your new home with an alarm system that's inactive or needs updating? SafeTouch is ready to provide you peace of mind in 3 days or less. Call SafeTouch 844-324-2900 now. License number EF2001945.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril to help suck out allergens, mucus, and germs. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
Attention business owners, this is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the ERTC program, stop right now. Don't fall for false promises. The bottom line, there is no such thing as guaranteed eligibility. Being innovative with taxes can lead to an audit. All ERTC companies are not the same. The easiest way to know if a company is non-compliant is to ask one simple question. Is the CPA working on my file a W-2 employee of your company? If not, stop right now. Contact ERTC.com. IRS compliance is not an option. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there's no cost to get started.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
Are you dealing with tooth pain? Don't suffer in silence. Advanced Endodontics is here to help.
Our expert team offers state-of-the-art care and is dedicated to helping you find relief. We specialize in root canals and have 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, and you don't need a referral to make an appointment. Visit IneedARootCanal.com today. Don't delay. That's IneedARootCanal.com and take the pain away.
I had my first kid at 19, and this is going to sound strange, but the best advice I can give to other young dads is stay. I wanted to run away. I wanted to just keep living my own life, but I chose to be her dad, and now I'm glad I did. I can't imagine my life without my daughter, and I can't imagine making her grow up without a dad.
Dads, today may feel hard, but it's always the right choice to be a father first.
Hi, I'm Daniel Tosh, host of a new podcast called Tosh Show, brought to you by iHeart Podcasts. I'll be interviewing people that I find interesting, so not celebrities, and certainly not comedians. We'll be covering topics like religion, travel, sports, gambling, but mostly it will be about being a working mother. If you're looking for a podcast that will educate and inspire, or one that will really make you think, this isn't the one for you. Listen to Tosh Show on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Huge Black Friday savings all month long. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Now back to the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. This
So Amazon on Black Friday had paid for an NFL game that was only going to be on Prime. And we brought this up. We discussed a little bit about this because it sounds kind of smart. What they want is for people to stay home on Black Friday and watch the football game. Oh. And then they won't shop in the stores. They'll shop on Amazon. Oh, okay. Makes sense. But they paid $100 million for that game.
That was the first Black Friday NFL game ever, right?
I believe so.
Dolphins?
It was the New York Jets were playing.
Yeah, the Dolphins.
It was the Dolphins? Okay. So the Dolphins-Jets game, it only brought in 9.6 million viewers. And for $100 million.
How many people watch Monday Night Football?
Let me see. I'll get it for you. 30, 40 million.
Now, their big thing with Prime is Thursday Night Football now.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. And
so they must have a lot more than 10 million people watching that.
Yeah, I would guess so. Maybe this was like because it's a new thing. Maybe it was because they didn't like the matchup of the Dolphins and the Jets.
That's
Monday
a great
Night
matchup.
Football. Here's one of the Monday Night Footballs: 19.7 million, 16 million, 22 million. It gets up as high as like 20 to 30 million tops. So pretty big. There's 27.5 million in September of last year. And a lot of these games bring in really, really big numbers.
Thursday Night Football is now averaging 14.48 million viewers through two games, a 21% increase over last year's first 2 games. This was, I don't know how long ago. Oh, this is from September. So this is when the season started.
So if they paid $100 million for one damn game, what do they pay to have it on Thursday for every Thursday Night Football game? It would seem to be a lot more expensive than $100 million, wouldn't it? Or is it not exclusive?
They must have paid also. I mean, I may be completely wrong. Is there always a Friday game? After Thanksgiving? So that's what they paid for.
They got that, and they got fully exclusive. I don't know if on Thursdays it's exclusive just only on Amazon.
I'm curious if part of their $100 million was convincing the NFL to hold a game on Friday, like to alter their schedule in such a way, or if the NFL kind of was floating the idea and they were like, hey, we're going to do our first ever Black Friday game. We're going to sell it to the highest bidder. Mm-hmm. Because my thing would be, they've never done a Black Friday game before. I think unless you're a huge Jets or Dolphins fan, maybe you just didn't know it was happening.
Yeah, and who's getting this money? Just the league just gets all this money?
Oh, yeah.
Of course, Sean.
God. And what I guess they probably say we use this to pay out the players when they retire and give them all the health benefits that they need, or I'm guessing that's what they're going to say. But somebody's saying $1 billion annually from Amazon for those Thursday night games. My God, we're talking about unreal numbers here.
That means roughly $67 million per game in rights fees.
Wow.
At a cost of $1 billion annually.
But also, how much did they make on Black Friday and Cyber Monday?
Oh, insane
$100
amounts
million
of
must
money.
be kind of chump change for Amazon.
That brings me back to what you started saying at the beginning of this, Sean. You were saying that they had this idea to do a Black Friday game, or Amazon wanted to host a Black Friday game to keep people at home, so they're shopping at Amazon on Black Friday instead of going out and shopping at stores.
Yeah.
Do the Amazon games have commercials? And if so, is Amazon selling out those commercials, or they've got to be using a portion of those commercial slots to advertise their own stuff and their own deals?
Yeah, now that I think about it, it's not like they could just sit there and just watch the field. We're used to having the commercial breaks there. They made $1 billion plus on Black Friday.
Yeah.
So
God.
A lot of money coming in. They're doing okay. Kurt says, also they spent $1 billion making that Rings of Power, the Lord of the Rings thing that flopped miserably in the U.S. Nobody wanted that damn thing. So, man, it's a lot of money to pay for one game. NFL is doing A-okay.
And what are they going to do to make up for it? Raise our
Nothing.
prices for annual. Annual passes or the Prime membership.
We're over $100 now. I don't know exactly how much it is,
I think
but it's over
$120
$100.
or it went up past the $120. $119 last time I remembered.
It's at least like $120. So, and that was, I think it was like $59 when I first started out getting Prime. It wasn't that bad. But what do they know? They got you now. They got you on the hook, and then boom, boom, boom. They keep pulling you along
Boom, boom.
because you're going to pay all the extra money to get the free shipping and all that other stuff. We're talking about babies for a little while yesterday. How's this for the miracle of life?
I feel like I haven't stopped talking about them.
A woman, 70 years old.
Yeah.
Gives birth to twins.
That guy stopped listening to the show, you think?
IVF treatment. No, he's still out there. This Ugandan woman is the oldest person to ever give birth in Africa at 70 years old. She now has twins, which is irresponsible as hell and still amazing at the same time. Chasing around twins, newborns, as a 70-year-old woman. Whoa, boy,
I hope
good luck
Pops
to you.
is young.
They said this story isn't just about medical success. It's about the strength and resilience of the human spirit. And
I mean, it's a medical success in that it happened. It's not the oldest person ever.
The baby's okay?
yeah, the baby's okay. Baby's healthy. There were some complications, but they did a C-section. And one problem, the father left during her pregnancy. Father of the children left her to be by herself with
Did not
these
think
twins.
this was going to happen. Sorry, guys.
At 70 years old, which dovetails right into our last conversation, doesn't
Like
it? Really?
left as in died, or left as in
left.
Yeah.
Just ditched her. Yeah, he said, see you later. I'm out.
Now,
I
not
won't
a
do
lot
this.
of opportunities for her besides having the baby once becoming pregnant, right? Over
No,
there.
she was doing IVF, so she was like actively seeking out this.
God.
It said she in the past had suffered miscarriages. She lost her husband, her original husband, in the 1990s, and faced stigma within her community for not having any children. One time, a very young boy heckled at me, saying I was cursed by my mother to die without a child. She said she did not want to deal with this any longer. So at 70, bam, twins for you.
The record
That's
is
what she did.
73.
Is it? Where's that at? Because this was an African record.
That's in India, the city of Hyderabad.
Is that twins too?
Yes.
Man.
Aramati Mangama currently holds the record for being the oldest living mother who gave birth at the age of 73 through IVF via cesarean.
Is it just powdered milk when you breastfeed?
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. 70 is pretty old to be having babies. That's something else. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, your glorious buttery voices are joining us. How do you do that, Sean? Well, you go over to the website, everybody. You go over there and you record a dispatch. So try it right now. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. I saved the glory hole story.
Good.
Got it right here.
Very good.
And
very good.
we'll get to that. Plus, we'll do the final dispatches.
To finish off with a glory hole. I like it.
The stories that didn't make the cut. And today, I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
So until they ban it, you can still find us here at Real Radio 104.1 on TikTok, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be reaching the mid-70s with passing clouds today. It's going to be feeling nice out there. Wake-up temperatures overnight in the 50s and 60s, and then we're warming to the 80s starting on Friday and continuing into the weekend ahead. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Have a great rest of your day.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains. Ride brighter to Miami's best beaches and resorts with Brightline's new train service to South Florida. Enjoy spacious seats, free Wi-Fi, and hourly departures from Orlando with stops in West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and more. Groups of 4 or more save 25%. Book now at GoBrightline.com.
What key is tonight going to be played in? Well, that's entirely up to you and your spirit. Over here at Wild Turkey, we're opting for something that rings true and can reverberate for ages. A little 101. Wild Turkey 101 has been pleasing crowds for decades with its iconic rich flavor. Crafted with generations of know-how and the finest ingredients. Wild Turkey. Trust your spirit. Wild Turkey Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Copyright 2023 Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise, drink responsibly.
I like to cook on the Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassey's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories. They even have a classroom set up to teach you all the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassey's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee. So it's Wassey's Meat Market. Check them out on Instagram or just go to their website, Wassey'sMeatMarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassey'sMeatMarket.com.
Ready to unleash your music genius? Create your own songs in just a few swipes with a brand new Hype app. Whether it's hip-hop, rock, or electronic, the Hype app lets you effortlessly create and share your own music. Get creating, then listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air. It could win you $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com. Hype, that's HYPH. Or on Instagram at XL1067. Watch out, Music World. Here you come.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliant certificates yield 5.25% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Sharing is caring, right? Well, that's what they say. But at McDonald's, they mean it. That's the only place where when I roll through with my fam, I leave happy and full. Because for real, I get everything I want. No. Scratch that. We all get everything we want. Especially right now, when we can bundle our faves for breakfast. How about a savory sausage McMuffin with melty cheese or the most delicious, warm, flaky sausage biscuit with those delicious classic hash browns for just $2.79? Or later in the day, get the fam together and go all out. Bundle the hits like a crispy McChicken topped with mayo and lettuce, or a juicy McDouble with not one, but 2 100% pure beef patties and tasty, small, world-famous fries for only $3.69. McDonald's eats, and so do we all, because there's always something for everyone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
Considering LASIK eye surgery? Well, look no further than the Filatowski Eye Institute. When it comes to your vision, trust the expertise of one of the most experienced surgical teams in all of Central Florida. With over 3 decades of experience, the team at the Filatowski Eye Institute has successfully performed over 65,000 LASIK procedures using the latest state-of-the-art technology. Text 1041 to 868686 to schedule your LASIK consultation, offering 24-month interest-free financing. Exceptional care is accessible. Just text 1041 to 868686 to start your journey to clearer vision today.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Want to save big on custom faux wood blinds, shutters, cellular shades, and more? Shop Blindster today and save up to 50% over comparable blinds from brick and mortar stores. Get custom blinds at low prices and free shipping at Blindster.com.
Sharing is caring, right? Well,
said that's what they say, but at McDonald's, they mean it. That's the only place where when I roll through with my fam, I leave happy and full. Because for real, I get everything I want. No. Scratch that. We all get everything we want. Especially right now, when we can bundle our faves for breakfast. How about a savory sausage McMuffin with melty cheese, or the most delicious, warm, flaky sausage biscuit with those delicious classic hash browns for just $2.79? Or later in the day, get the fam together and go all out. Bundle the hits like a crispy McChicken topped with mayo and lettuce, or a juicy McDouble with not one, but two 100% pure beef patties and tasty, small, world-famous fries for only $3.69. McDonald's eats, and so do we all, because there's always something for everyone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. I feel kind of bad. I feel a little gross,
Glory
actually.
hole.
Yeah, I mean, I teased the glory hole story on purpose. And the story is this. A man had to be rescued from Lincoln's glory hole.
Oh, Sean.
After his boat got stuck and caused utter chaos.
Ooh.
So there's a different kind of glory hole, but it's a glory hole. Ray Fisher was attempting to use the glory hole on his boat. That sounds different. But the current was too strong. He decided to stand on the ledge and try to push his boat out after it became wedged, and all of a sudden, bam, he had a problem.
The quote from him was, "It was a lot narrower than I thought."
The glory hole was, yeah. Is that when I hear glory hole, I either think the sex thing, or I think I got this mixed up with something else. But I think like a place where there's a lot of fish you can catch. People call that a glory hole. You know what I'm talking about?
I kind of just think about places that men put their penises.
No. They use it for other stuff.
Watering.
But no.
Fishing.
It's called when you have a place like you would tell your friend about your fishing spot, and it's like, man, this is the glory. I don't think it's glory hole.
Yeah.
I think it's something. I think it's something like that.
There is an article on thefisherman.com, which seems like a reputable source. From August of last year, called Hotspot Glory Hole Pots.
All right. Yeah,
okay, but have you read the article, and are you sure it doesn't say this is where we could put our penis?
Offshore anglers are no doubt focused on tuna, but if the tuna doesn't materialize, there are other options in play to save the day. The glory hole is named as such for its prolific fishing opportunity and rewards down below.
This sounds like some euphemisms to me.
It might be both. It could be. People are saying honey hole over on chat, but yeah, I've heard people say glory hole, I think, too. Okay. Now glory hole has been taken over, though. The word, it doesn't mean the other thing anymore. If you said, man, I was at a glory hole all day long just reeling them in, their heads are going to go in one very specific direction listening to that. Let's do these final dispatches. We got time for maybe one or two of you, depending on how good the first one is. Here is King Ling Ling, and King Ling Ling has a dispatch for us.
I moved out here to Portland 5 years ago from Orlando, and I've been doing lawyer and court stuff the whole 5 years.
Oof.
With my son, just for visitation. They taking my money for child support, always have. They even raised my child support.
All right, I appreciate the rant. I can't hear you. You guys got to listen back to yourselves. Here's Dan
you
the
need
plumber.
something nice and clear, like
man, I was at a glory hole all day long, just reeling them in. Oh God!
It sounded so good that I thought you were saying that live, Sean.
I usually know when I'm saying them that I'm giving you one, and I didn't even consider that you would grab the audio.
If you can put that in for the next episode tomorrow, that'd be great. Thank you.
Here is VW Shane.
Okay, so the Kia thing is crazy, and I never considered this until y'all started talking about it. It seems like what's happening now is Kia has fixed or is fixing most of the cars, but the idiots who are trying to steal them don't know they have the immobilizers.
So they break the window.
So they're smashing the windows, trying to steal the car, and then realizing they can't. So even though the Kia owners' cars aren't getting stolen, they're still going to get their windows smashed.
That sucks.
Dude's laughing at them. But it's still not great for them. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Thank you. Appreciate it. That's exactly what's happening with Kia owners right now. All right, let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. Brought to you by Nations Trucks. Love our friends over there. NationsTrucks.com. That's where you get the best trucks in town. Big trucks, lifted trucks, work trucks, whatever kind of trucks. NationsTrucks.com. All the stories made the cut. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, November 30th, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I learned this band right here.
Kiss, Motley Crue.
Motley Crue is correct. Motley Crue's rider includes a jar of Grey Poupon mustard. Once, in 1988, frontman Vince Neil found the wrong brand of mustard backstage. He lost his temper and threw the bottle at the wall. It bounced back and severed an artery in his thumb at the time.
Wow, what are the odds of that?
Was a catastrophe for him. Today I learned paintball guns are also known as paintball markers because they have other use cases. They've been used by forestry personnel to mark trees, and ranchers use them to mark wandering cattle. Which
that's what I saw in Ireland. All spray painted sheep.
Really?
Different colors.
Out there shooting them. Okay, I guess somebody's got to use it that way. Today I learned this cartoon character.
Oh my God, I know this.
Go
Gadget.
That's right. Inspector Gadget is right. Dr. Claw, the voice on Inspector Gadget, was the result of the voice actor trying to do a Barry White impression. And all the episodes that they had, they never showed Dr. Claw's face. He's the bad guy.
Yeah, the cat, though, right?
Yeah, he had the cat on his lap, and he's petting the cat, doing
Glory
evil
hole.
stuff. But never was shown until they made a toy of him about 10 years ago that revealed the face of Dr. Claw. Today I learned in 2005, unable to get any traction online, the YouTube founders asked attractive women to upload videos of themselves to YouTube in exchange for a $100 reward. This got some of the initial traction that they needed to get people visiting the site, and now, obviously, it's worth, as I'm told, at least a couple of dollars at YouTube.com. They seem to have done fairly well after that. It's only been around since 2005, which is also kind of crazy to think of. Almost up to the 20-year mark, though, I guess.
Congrats, YouTube.
My God. Here we go. Today I learned this band right here.
That is Pink Floyd.
Oh, no. 3 letters.
R.E.M.
That's right. R.E.M. is correct. Today I learned after 3 days of Kurt Cobain's body just sitting still and not being discovered, when police did stumble upon the scene, they said the stereo at the scene of his death was still on with an R.E.M. CD in place on repeat, suggesting Kurt Cobain killed himself while listening to R.E.M.
Weird.
Maybe Everybody Hurts or something. Who knows what it was. All right, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Not
Appreciate
this crap
it.
song.
We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. If you missed any of the show, get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com, and we'll see you tomorrow.